Hello, greetings and salutations to the internet. What a weird way to start a podcast. Welcome to the Primetime Podcast, episode number 1. Again, right? Starting over. Fresh restart, I guess you could say. Um, Quick note for everyone out there who is looking forward to a backlash commentary or watch along, unless something jarring happens or if James will be around to record and make that video for y'all. There will not be a watch along for backlash at the moment. Just some stuff going on for me that I need to go do, and I'll be out of town and getting some stuff set up, so I won't be able to stream for y'all for backlash. But regardless of that, that is the future. Let's talk about now, man. It's Tuesday. We're coming off the draft. Backlash is coming up. We're gonna give our predictions and also talk about some things going on in the wrestling world when it comes down to tribalism. Today I have with me Quez the Man. You can't say Quez without saying the man. It's all together. You know what I'm saying?
All
Quez, and
caps when
don't
you
forget
spell
the
it.
man. All caps, like Weezy F and don't forget the baby. That's Quez, but don't forget the man.
What up, world?
That's Quez for y'all, man. We got Arlo. That picture, by the way, is not Arlo. I know he probably wants y'all to think that's him. That's not him. I don't know who this little random black kid is on Arlo's profile picture. It kind of creeps me out sometimes, but it's there. And we have Arlo here with us as well. He is not the man like Quez is, but he is still a man, and he is a I want to say something crazy, but I forgot. I'm not going to do that. So anyways, what's up, Arlo?
What's going on? Yeah, and you're not a MJF either.
I am not MJF. Matter of fact, my initials do not even come close to the letters of MJF at all.
Yeah.
But the picture is exactly how I look at your picture. So I just want you to know that. But yeah,
We'll
man.
switch it
Yeah.
up soon.
I think we all
We'll
could
get a
use
little
switch up. Remix. We could all use a little bit of that sometimes, all of us. But yeah, man, episode 1 all over again. It's kind of crazy to think this is like the restart of the podcast, I guess you could say. But regardless, we got some topics to get into. People in the chat, what's up with y'all? I'm not going to be looking at the chat too much this stream, only because I have so many pages up to cover stuff going on for Backlash and the draft and all those good little things there. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So the last time we were up here was for a live watch along for SmackDown. And that was night 1 of the WWE 2024 draft. And if you didn't know, I gotta let y'all in on a secret, chat. And panel members too, right? Y'all didn't know a secret that y'all didn't know. Guess what? Lean in close, y'all. Lean in close. We're in the Triple H Paul Levesque era. Did anyone else know that? Because I did not know that we were in the Triple H Paul Levesque era. These are things I didn't know. But apparently we are in that era. It's not that I've been told this like 50,000 times since WrestleMania 40. So I just wanted to break that news to y'all that we are in the Triple H Paul Levesque era. So there's that. So the thing is, we watched the draft. We all sat up here, we watched it, and we looked, and we were like, okay, boys, tonight's the night. We're going to get some NXT call-ups. We're going to get some, switching up of the brands, and as someone would say under the name of Redacted, it's time to shake things up a bit. Like that's kind of what we thought we were going to get, was a complete shake up, a complete overhaul of the brands, pretty much. Well, we go over 120 minutes of television on Friday night, and the picks came in for sure. It was definitely a draft. I'll tell you that much. As a matter of fact, chat, let me go ahead and pull up this list because for some reason my page crashed and I don't have it. So let me just pull it up on my phone again of the WWE 2024 draft. So on night 1, these were your picks. Bianca Belair over to SmackDown. What brand was she already on? SmackDown. Jey Uso was second, drafted to Raw. Anyone on the panel want to help out and tell me where Jey Uso was before he was on Raw?
Uh,
Just
Man, it's 50-50, so I'll just go Raw.
Monday night.
Monday, you would be correct. You both would be correct. Hey, give it up for
What a
Quez, the
weird
man,
coincidence.
and Arlo. Give it up, y'all. Y'all, fantastic work. Who would have guessed, right? You know, they did pull out something, that was surprising and exciting for a draft. Carmelo Hayes from NXT over to Raw. You can't be mad at that. That's a good pick. That's good. Then you start going down the list again. Seth Rollins, Raw. He was already on Raw. No offense, Quez. I don't mean any disrespect because I know this is your client. You love the man, has a performer, and has a client because he brings in all the money to Almighty RKO Enterprises LLC. I understand that. But Randy Orton was drafted to SmackDown. Quez, what brand was Randy Orton on before this? Just curious.
We were handling the business with Friday Night SmackDown.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So you still got some unfinished business over on SmackDown, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. And by the way, small correction. I said Carmelo Hayes for Raw. I'm in SmackDown. But to be honest, who cares? Who cares? All of it sucked. It all sucked. You know, besides Braun Breaker going to Raw, that was a good pick. And obviously Carmelo Hayes going over to the SmackDown was a good pick. Like those were good. Then you got Nia Jax moving brands. Cool, right? Like I'm starting to think we about to, heat things up again. Then Liv Morgan, she stays on Raw. LA Knight stays on Raw. Ricochet stays on Raw. By the way, I'm not finna go through all these picks, but I do want to say this. As I'm looking at this again, I understand there's different pools for the night, right? There's different pools. Notice Seth Rollins was injured. He's out injured, right? And he got picked. So my question to the panel, mind you guys do not have to mute. We ain't doing this like, okay, you go Arlo, you go Quez. We're actually having a conversation here. So I literally have to ask y'all, there's someone missing who wasn't drafted and who is injured. Does anyone know who that person could be? Because I'm telling y'all, it's ringing in my head, but I can't really figure it out. But someone is injured and they weren't drafted. High level superstar, by the way, but I just can't. It's not registering in my head right now.
I mean, I really don't know. Is it Roman Reigns?
No, it's not Roman. You're close. It is double R. It is definitely RR.
Oh, she wasn't?
She was not drafted. She was not drafted. So, you see what I'm saying? How do you draft?
How do you draft?
How do you know? Okay. How do you draft someone like, and no disrespect, bro, because I'm a huge fan of Nia Jax. Y'all know this. But how do you draft a Nia Jax? Okay. How do you draft LA Knight? How do you draft Ricochet before a Rhea Ripley? How does Ricochet even get drafted before AJ Styles? The person who, by the way, is fighting for the undisputed championship at Backlash. You would have thought that Raw would have said, we want AJ Styles because if he wins, we'll have both titles over on our brand. Now, will AJ win? Spoiler alert for the predictions, probably not. But it's the thought, right? You put some effort behind it. I don't care how you try to spin it, how you try to say it. This draft was lazy. It was literally the laziest thing I've ever seen. Long gone are the days of, the drugs, and the world is watching WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, if you smell. We don't get that kind of stuff no more of like real drafts of like Triple H going to SmackDown or Kurt Angle going over to like ECW or something. I know that was like a demotion for Kurt Angle, actually, like legit, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like there's no real like, oh, I need to look because maybe someone important's gonna get drafted to a new brand.
But when Batista went to SmackDown
Oh, that was a huge
Batista,
moment.
and Cena went to Raw,
that was crazy,
Yeah.
bro. That was
I mean,
actually wild.
Some of those shows are like the biggest shows of the year because it's like super unpredictable. You would see like inter brand matches and who's going here and like a bunch of like intermingling. And now it's like, oh, we're just gonna have Raw and a couple of picks, and it's like some of them don't even make sense. Like the second round was like, how do you pick CM Punk like after Kevin Owens? No offense to Kevin Owens. Or
No.
like Drew McIntyre after Legado del Fantasma. Like, what are we talking about?
and Punk is on IR. And Punk is on IR too, and he got drafted.
True.
Bro, Damage Control. And I love Damage Control, right? How do, once again, just like Arlo said with Kevin Owens, how do you draft Damage Control before you draft CM Punk? How do you even draft Damage Control before you draft Kevin Owens? It's not a knock on the talent. It's literally a knock on how they're presenting this. Then you got the people they showing the backstage shots of like Adam Pearce and like, hell yeah, man, we just locked down Jey Uso, who's already on our brand. Like, no. Why aren't they coming out making the picks? Why isn't there like a room where you see Nick Aldis? Like, honestly, chat, if I'm being honest, and panel, I'm just being honest about this. When it comes to a draft, if anyone in WWE is watching this, or if anyone in AEW is watching this and wants to ever do a brand split, please listen to what I'm telling you. Do not have wrestling on a draft show. And you might be saying, why would you not do that? Because here's the thing. I want to see the GMs backstage literally like up in arms fighting over like getting the best talent. That's what I want to see. Obviously, you know all this is set in stone, but you got to give me a reason that care to want to sit there and watch while you're making these moves. I would love to see, I don't know, Kathy Kelly and Kayla Braxton asking Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, like, you know, interesting pick. Why did you make that pick? You know, what was your thought process behind picking up that person? Like none of that. You just get stupid war room shots of Teddy Long and they're dancing and Bubba Ray and them doing 3Ds on tables. And I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, I don't think anyone up here on the panel, I don't think a lot of people in the chat really even like the draft. How like it's presented. It's presented very lazy. No effort behind it whatsoever. Think about what Quez just said when he literally said Batista and John Cena getting drafted on opposite brands. And those felt like big blows, right? Like, okay, case in point, right? I did not see anyone upset about the fact that, like, you know, they lost DIY when they went to SmackDown. I understand DIY's positioning on the card, right? I get it. It sounds funny, but I'm speaking from a perspective of like, these are your talents, and you're not even upset that you lost them. Like, I don't know if y'all remember when Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff had the whole lottery draft thing they had going on, and like, I think Paul Heyman like scooped up Triple H that night. I know Triple H made it back to Raw, but when he got traded to SmackDown, it was like this crazy thing, and they were like, well, we got to get him back. We got to trade him. We got to do something.
Oh, Bischoff blew a gasket backstage.
He lost his mind, bro. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we got none of that. The draft should be all about drama. It should be all about like sports presentation. That's the entire thing. And yet it's the most boring time of the year. And I don't know why. I don't know.
Honestly, the draft really felt like, yeah, we need to do the draft. Let's just get out the way because we have other shit going on, and really, we might add a couple people, move like 2 or 3 guys around, but for the most part, nothing really happened. Like honestly, they should like give each brand, I give you Raw like 2 more picks or something. But it's like, all right, you get 8 picks, like people you can get from SmackDown, and you get 6 people or something. So you make like a couple of like swaps, and that's pretty much it. You don't really need to do a draft. There's only two. There's only 2 teams. It's only SmackDown or Raw. That's it.
That's
Nobody
it.
else is drafting. Like a regular draft makes sense because there's 30 teams. And there's like a select people that are coming into your league. These people are already there. They're already on the brand. I don't want to use a shake up word because like that was stupid too, but you just need to like move a couple of people around so you can like freshen things up.
Yeah.
But it's not a draft.
No, it's just literally like Redacted used to say, it's a superstar shakeup. That's pretty much what it is. It's just a superstar shakeup.
Here's the thing that they need to understand and recognize. Them doing it like on a similar format, like how NBA and NFL does their drafts, is not going to work. I understand why they're doing it in that format to make it look like more of like a draft style official type, like how actual professional, like real professional sports is doing. But they forget, yes, it's professional wrestling, but y'all had y'all bread and butter doing y'all drafts, making it sports entertain. Like think back to that 04 draft that Marq was talking about with Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman. They was literally like picking names out of like out of a case, like random names, and they pull the draft ball out, and then they open it up and they see what person they drafted, and that just gave that allure to it. You don't know who you're going to get from where, and you had Raw having SmackDown superstars and SmackDown having Raw superstars. So you knew who you were going to pick was from the other brand. There wasn't going to be no repeats or nobody staying. When you had the opportunity of people staying, it makes it stale. It sullies the experience. When you have knowing like, okay, this next pick was going to go to Raw. I know I'm going to get a SmackDown guy. Who do you pick? It gets more of an allure and more of an unpredictability aspect. We're like, oh, I know Roman Reigns staying. I know Bianca Belair staying. I know this staying, that stays. Like, no, you know somebody's going to be leaving. And the format that they should do is either go back to that, or they can do how they did it before, where whoever won a match, that person's brand that they were on, they would get that next pick, and they would just do like the randomizer and say like who allured to get this what pick. They can do that as well too. But it also goes back to SmackDown was getting Raw superstars to pick, Raw was getting SmackDown superstars to pick. You know what I'm saying? And then just go from there. And even with NXT. So it just opens a pool up knowing like somebody's leaving and another brand will pick up somebody else from the opposite brand. The fact that they're doing this format to be like, okay, you're staying, but we could draft this person, it is not working. They just have to go back to an original format or do something different, but make sure it goes back to the notion where they built their bread and butter on, where it's like nobody is safe. Anybody could get it. Anybody could get drafted. Even champions was getting drafted.
Yeah. And dude, I will say this though. Like everything you said is in my opinion, because once again, these are just our opinions. If you disagree with like how we feel about the draft, that's fine. Like it's not saying that we're just like, this is the definitive answer. We're just three guys up here talking about our opinions on how we felt about it. So it's really not that big of a deal. But the one thing I will say too, dude, is like, how come, like, I don't understand how, mind you, Braun Breaker literally just signed to SmackDown, right? Now, we don't know these contracts or details of these contracts. All this is just like storyline stuff, right? But how come Nick Aldis wasn't like losing his mind over the fact he just signed this guy? His contract is void because now he's over on Raw. Why wasn't Adam Pearce in his first round like, you know what? I want to make a splash. Let me go get Jade Cargill. She literally just signed to SmackDown. There was none of that. None of that. I have been saying for like the past year or two that literally the draft should be a special on the network, on Peacock, on Netflix one day of like an hour of just the two GMs fighting back and forth over picks. That's literally all it needs to be, or like Quez said, bring back the matches or bring back the little spin wheel where you pick names out. Like, because having like the Dudleys come out and Teddy Long and Medusa or whoever that was come out and make those picks, it's like it's not giving me brand warfare. It's literally just giving me, we're just bringing back people to bring them back and, just get this over with.
Everybody loves nostalgia.
Everybody loves nostalgia. They're not going to think about how bad this is. You got our show Speed out there making picks. Bro, why is Logan Paul a SmackDown superstar? I know why they do it. So I don't need anyone giving me the actual reason. It's good business. I get it. I get it. Views. I understand. Engagement farming. But from a perspective of a fan or a casual fan or a new fan, there's too many logic gaps in there for me when it pertains to trying to figure out, why is a SmackDown superstar making a brand announcement? Why is iShow Speed, who has nothing to do with WWE besides getting that one good kick from Orton? That was a great sell, by the way. Why is he making the picks? It doesn't make sense. The only thing I can say that came good out of this draft, and it wasn't even the draft, it was the fact that Triple H and his team decided to finally get rid of the stupid SmackDown Raw exclusive titles, because now going into next year, hopefully next year they'll have their act together. You can move champions across brands without having to do the stupid belt swap thing. That's the only positive I can say about the draft, is that now that we have just world and, just regular champions, I don't have to see Becky Lynch and Charlotte do all right, I'm on Raw now, so you get my belt and you're on SmackDown, so, I'll take your belt. Yippee, we did it. We're SmackDown and Raw champion. Stupid. So I'm glad they got rid of that. That's my only positive, to be fair. That's my only positive I have to say about it. I really don't have any more thoughts.
Pick your shit up,
the Universal title.
I mean, we still got the undisputed Universal Championship. Not sure how you can be undisputed when there's more than one world champion, but
But it ain't Blue Universal.
It's not blue. Did you say Blue Universal?
Yeah.
The Blue Universal Championship. It was blue as hell. Yeah, that's right. You had the blue one and you had the red one, I don't know. Just looking like a bag of Doritos. You got the regular cheese ones over there, and then you got your cool ranch ones over there. I don't know. I'm not sure what they were going for with the title being
hot fries world title.
Hot fries. Yes, fruit roll up and hot fries and red punch. Yes. Those were the titles. Okay. Don't know why that was a thing, but it was a thing. And it just did not make sense to me. So I will give him credit for that. But everything else, when it comes to the draft, terrible decisions picked. No one got drafted to NXT at all. Don't know why NXT was even mentioned, because everyone just got picked up from there. No one went down to NXT. This is a waste of time. It was a waste of time. So next time, going into next year for the draft, I'm not looking forward to it as much as I was this year, because, once again, if you didn't know, guys, we're in the Triple H era. This is the Triple H Paul Levesque era. I didn't know that, Arlo. I didn't know that. Oh, why are you laughing? I didn't know it. What's funny?
Now I'm just making sure you know.
Yeah. Like
I'm just glad you know
news.
now.
Yeah, it was crazy to find that out. I was like, wow, really?
Everything has
crazy.
changed.
Even Stephanie McMahon came back.
Everything has changed, literally. And I know this ain't even in the title or even like a subject matter that I even thought about touching on, but the more I look at the Triple H era, the more I just see this era is not for me. Because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, this reminds me a lot of what I didn't see when I wasn't watching wrestling. So I would always hear about their celebrities on the Raw and all this stuff. They were trying to get that mainstream attention. And when I see people
the Raw guest host era.
Yes, that era, the one that I was so blessed and fortunate not to be able to see.
Oh, it was awful.
That's what I'm getting now, though. I don't think it's product wise and quality wise it's that bad. So I don't want people to think that. I think the product has taken a leap forward for the most part. right? But there are still a lot of glaring issues. And I don't like seeing like people like I Show Speed and KSI and all those like on TV like multiple times. I was like under the impression that the KSI thing was like a one-time thing and the I Show Speed thing was a one-time thing, but it's not. It's really not. And once again, you don't have to beat me over the head with it. I know engagement farming, it's business. You got to reach out to new fans, but it's just
Just
I
wait, they're
don't
gonna
know.
get DDG on there too.
Yeah, no, we don't need doo-doo garbage on there. No, we don't need that. We don't need
Yeah.
that.
Welcome to the Logan Paul universe.
Yes,
We
the
see
Logan Paul
weird
version.
internet celebrities randomly.
I'm not the one to compare, but one day I'm gonna tell James to put up a poll because we got to know what's gonna be worse: the Logan Paul verse or the Jericho verse. I'm gonna need to know because I don't think either of them gonna end well. It's just gonna be to see which one's actually worse. But that's the draft. I don't think we need to spend any more time on that garbage that was there because I'm not the type of person that wants to just like harp on stuff. It's not a knock on the entire product though, people. Like I don't want people to think that because I think everyone can be in agreement that there are things you see that are like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I see what they're doing there. But at the same time, a lot of it is just very slow, mundane, boring, long-term booking that does not interest me because I don't understand long-term booking because it's boring. And there's like 50 million shows that are more exciting week to week than me saying, hey, this week wasn't good, but I see what they're booking towards WrestleMania next year. Only 360 days to go. Like, I'm good. I'm totally good on that.
Here's another 50 episodes before we get to the season finale.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoy though.
We're just lazy. You know what I'm saying? We can't think of anything cool to do. So just sit through Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn for the 15th time and enjoy Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes again.
Oh,
Have
I
fun.
mean, do you see Raw's roster? That they're missing
Somebody
CM
told me it was
Punk,
stacked.
Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins. I mean, once they get back, they'll be good. But right now, I don't know. They got to count on Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Drew.
Yeah, dude, I wanna make this point very clear to anyone out there who is a hardcore WWE fan. This is a point I need to make, and we will definitely touch on this more when we talk about tribalism. You don't have to prove your undying loyalty to billion-dollar companies, okay? Just because you're a fan and you like where something is at doesn't mean you have to sit around for the rough ride, okay? You don't have to do that. You can go do something else and wait until it gets good again to jump back into it. It doesn't make you any less of a fan. All right. If anything, it saves you a lot of headaches. It saves you a lot of boredom, and you can go find other things that you do enjoy in the time being. None of us, Quez, Demand, because you can't forget Demand, myself, and Arlo, not once during this 30-minute escapade over the draft have said we hate WWE because we don't. We don't. But we're not going to sit around and watch it when it's not good. We've already said that we've pretty much, I can't speak for Arlo and Quez, but I've already said that I'm literally only going to watch the pay-per-views because whether we're talking AEW or WWE, for the most part, those pay-per-views usually hit. Okay. In my personal opinion, Tony Khan's pay-per-views hit better than the Triple H era pay-per-views. Don't tell anyone I said that. And don't, hey, remember, you heard it here first, guys. Triple H, Paul Levesque era. We're in it. But I don't want to sit through 3 hours of like, hey, I sat through 180 minutes and I like 2 segments out of 180 minutes. And those 2 segments maybe were like 15 minutes of the show. Just doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. But anyways, enough of the hoopla about the draft. We're going to move on and talk about Backlash France 2024. That is coming up this Saturday, I believe, at like what 1:30. Matter of fact, wait a minute, I forgot. I may be able to do Backlash. Actually, I forgot that it's actually that early. That is a very early show.
God
I
damn.
don't know. I was not thinking about that. That's very early. I
I
think.
was glad it's not Australia.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again though. Australia's
shout out to
crazy.
the Australians, but hopefully never again.
Yeah, I don't know about Australia. That's
I'm
wild.
gonna have to miss a WrestleMania if they take it there.
Yeah, no, I can't watch WrestleMania. I can't watch WrestleMania in Australia. No disrespect to Australians. Love y'all. I'm saying. But
See
like,
to put in that work to get into Australia, man.
we don't need it though, because I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can just like watch it later. I'll tell you what though, if I can't be up here to do a live stream because I'm gonna be moving a lot of stuff, I won't have my equipment like that. I don't know like if y'all would be down to watch it in the VC and then like record the podcast and just recap it or something like real quick. I don't know because I don't know like what I'll have. Okay.
I mean,
but
I'll see. We'll talk to James too. He might be able to.
Yeah.
Don't get your hopes up though, folks.
Yeah, please don't, because I'm in the process of moving some stuff, so I won't have my microphone and things. But yeah, we'll figure it out. So, looking at Backlash 2024 France, by the way, I've noticed one thing about this card. There is only one Raw match on this entire card. It's 5 matches so far. They may add 6 or 7, and if they do, I'm sorry, because we're not going to predict those, because quite frankly, if you wait until like the day before the show, they probably don't really matter anyways. So
card subject to change too.
Card is always subject to change, so you never know. But as of now, we do have Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline, that being Solo, Sikoa. I like Oh Yeah Bad and MFT, Tabataga. We got the Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill for the women's tag team titles. Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany. Oh yeah, we there for that one for sure. Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany for the women's championship. Damian Priest and Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Cody and AJ for the undisputed WWE Championship. So, what do y'all want to start, man, with predictions? Which match would y'all want to start with here? Top or bottom? Pause. I mean, like the card. Like,
everybody black winning.
Okay, everybody. That dang, Brian. Even
we can start with that match.
All right, we can start. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but yeah, we can start with that match for sure. All right. Let's start with. I mean, there's a lot of black people on the show.
I mean, start with the double.
Okay. All right, we'll start there. We'll start with the Kabuki Warriors taking on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill for the women's tag team championships. I gotta agree with Quez on this one. I don't think it's any clearer than this. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are definitely walking out with those titles. I don't see why the Kabuki Warriors would have it. I just think you need to go ahead and start moving. I'm glad they got the Kabuki Warriors and Damage Control over to Raw, because you need to move them away as fast as possible from Bianca Belair, Bayley, and Jade Cargill. I've seen it enough. This needs to be it. So I'm going Bianca Belair. Actually, no matter who wins, they probably gonna run it back no matter what, because these like the only 2 tag teams we got. So
yeah, we're gonna see it again.
Yeah, we'll see it again. But I'm gonna go Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. That's definitely my pick there.
I think that's everybody's pick. I'm just excited to see. This is like, I mean, it's still not a singles match, but they're really showing Jade. So now you have Bianca and Jade, who are just gonna. I'm thinking they're gonna win, and they're gonna be like champs for a while, and then at least through the summer. But Yeah, I really want to see their title reign. Then they're going to be really dominant. It's going to be great to see.
Oh, dominant ain't even the word. They're going to be running a rough shot over like the 3 teams in there. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy.
Come for
Caden
you.
Carter, Katana Chaz, and Piper and Dewdrop. Y'all better get ready because it's about to be a rough couple like 7 months, dog. It's about to get real rough. A storm is coming. All right.
Yeah, get your bump card out.
Yeah, because
Take plenty.
you taking plenty bumps. All right.
Let's go,
it's a
Ebony
wrap.
Goddess team.
That's not their name, but sure. Yes. Okay.
Ebony Goddesses, bro. What you mean?
Now I will tell you this though, Quiz. We're all rooting for the, in your words, Ebony Goddess team of Bianca and Jade, but
Ain't no buts, bro. Except they hands, bro.
No, listen to me because you might want to hear me out on this one, bro.
I don't want to.
No, you need to. You need to hear me out on this because this is.
I'll stop.
Okay. I'm telling you, this is.
I'll stop.
All right. So Quez is ready to hear what needs to be said. And I hope everyone in the chat is ready to hear this too. If Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill win those titles, that's not a good sign. And you might be saying, well, Mark, how is that not a good sign? They're champions. Look at the list of champions and tell me on that list of champions who ain't been hurt after they got those titles. Okay? So maybe just maybe I need to change my pick, okay? Because if we being honest, I think the Kabuki Warriors are the only team that has not been hurt holding those tag team titles, and I could totally be wrong about that. But I don't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up the list right now. Let's take a look at that list.
Mark, while you do that, let me respond to that injury claim with those tag titles. Yes, tag titles not a good history with people attain those titles and people get injured. But we got to remind everybody, Asuka is the champ right now. Asuka is the champion, along with I was going to say Kabuki Sky. What's her name?
Kairi Sane. Kabuki Sky. Kabuki Sky, bro. Oh man.
Kairi Sane and Asuka, but Asuka's the champion, and we all know when you feud with Asuka, you don't get hurt. You may get pregnant, but you don't get hurt. That's the only thing that's gonna be concerned with.
Very true. Very true.
Everybody, all the girls that be feuding with Asuka, get pregnant.
I mean, I'm looking at this list though, bro, and literally everyone has been hurt, like that have held these titles, and apparently Asuka was hurt too. As I'm looking on this list of title lineage, Asuka was hurt too when she was holding these belts. So like, yeah, these titles just need to go away.
She got hurt. She got hurt right before Mania.
Yeah, these titles need to go away. So really no team should win these.
Bianca and Jade are too strong, bro. They're not going to get hurt.
I don't know. If they don't, Montez gonna finally realize God is just being too good to him, bro, and he gonna do what he should have been did a long time ago. I'll just leave it at that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd be more concerned with that rather than them getting hurt. Like, Jade already got the kids, so this ain't nothing new to her. It can happen. Bianca though, that'd be the real shocker.
Yeah.
Like, dang. Like, you see what happened with Becky?
Yeah, she was like, I'm a mom now. It was like, you are a mom? And they was crying and stuff, and Becky went away. Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point there, Quiz. I'm not gonna lie to you. So either injury or baby on the way. Okay. Either way, man. Somebody gonna be on the shelf bad. But yeah, we're all still gonna pick the Ebony Goddesses for tag team champions. So there's that.
And if the baby thing do happen, Don't worry, chat. I ain't the pappy.
I don't think anyone was ever questioning. I don't think that was anyone. Literally, I don't think anyone in the chat was gonna ask you that. But just in case, Quez is letting y'all know I ain't the pappy. So there you go.
Bro, I'm
Moving
not
on to
sounding like
our,
that.
just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. Small little bit.
Chat, do I sound like that for real?
Yes. Yes, you do. 100%, dude. You sound just like that. Just like that. I don't have my voice changer on at all, but trust me, you sound like that. Maybe you should go back and listen to yourself sometimes, bro. I'm telling you.
I hate doing that. I sound terrible.
Me too. I like literally, I don't know how anyone even listens to me. I'm like, bro. I think the last time I listened to myself, I ended up like throwing my like phone across the room. I was like, get that shit out of my ear, man. Oh, what a no. But moving on from that.
Forget StreamYard, burning my phone. I'm just doing myself.
Yeah, I'll just break it. Yeah, I'll just listen to myself talk. It can't sound that bad. It sounds that bad. Speaking of bad,
thank you, Lean God.
Hey, no. We got to move on. I'll only have a few more minutes until I have to go. But
I still got the tape.
Why do you still have that? Why do you still have that? Is my question. I'm not mad at you for having it. I just don't know how you still have it. That's my question.
I'm selling to the highest bidder, bro.
Hey man, I got $5 and like 3 pieces of bubble gum in my pocket, bro.
For me to delete it?
No. For you to give me my rights back to my own stuff, pretty much at this point. So I don't have it. I
would, but Arlo already got the paperwork for me to send it to him.
Oh no, bro! I got double crossed out my own work, y'all. Dang. Sucks.
No, we go 1 to 2. Quez is 1 of 2, and I'm 2 of 2.
2 of 2. That's crazy.
Yeah. Copies in the world.
I'm 0 of 0, the owner and creator and founder of that, and I have 0. But
sounds about right.
Yeah, sometimes life sucks, man.
But hey,
what you gonna do about it?
That's why you gotta stay dedicated.
You gotta stay dedicated and motivated and inspired to make something happen every day. Let that be a lesson for y'all in the chat and archives. Stay motivated and dedicated.
Shout out to Simeon
for
being the origin of dedicated. But
he is definitely the origin of that.
But he didn't even get a copy though.
Moving on, all right, because I literally only have like 30 minutes left. I have to go in a bit. Bailey, Naomi, and Tiffany Stratton, triple threat, women's championship. Man, I don't know. Bailey, I guess, but like,
oh, please no.
I mean, you're not gonna like what I'm finna tell you.
She already had her moment, bro. It's over.
Yeah, but Naomi ain't looking the hottest either in the ring, if we being real.
Who you tell she ain't looking hot in the ring, boy? You tripping.
See, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the ring, she's moving around very slow, like really slow. And this is not the Naomi I was like hearing about from Impact. I was hearing Naomi was out there tearing it up as Trinity over in Impact Wrestling.
It's not her fault, but the rest of the town ain't as talented as her to keep up with.
I mean, that could be it too. I'm not just gonna put all the blame on her. I don't know the person. I don't know her outside of like wrestling. So it's not, I'm just talking about what I see on TV. But I could totally see that being a thing too.
The TCL does give you good picture in picture. Yeah. Good view of that rear view.
Okay, Booker T.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our own Booker T over here, man. He's tripping, bro. He's going crazy. But I'm not mad at him. I'm just speaking from what I see on TV and on YouTube, it just feels like she's moving around very slow. And I think, once again, Quez ain't gonna like this. The man is gonna hate this, okay? But I think she's here just to be the pinfall girl. So,
and broadcast. Cut the show off.
But I told you you weren't gonna want to hear that, but I think that's the reality of the situation for her. You're not gonna have Tiffany eat the pinfall. Like, I mean, you could, but you're not.
I don't think they're doing that.
No,
I think they're saving that match for a later date.
They're gonna run this match back without Naomi. Tiffany's probably gonna come back on SmackDown like, you didn't pin me, you pinned Naomi. It's still Tiffy time, you know. So that's that. I'm going Bayley.
Yeah, Bayley is definitely taking this. I think it's too early for Tiffany, and Naomi's there to take the pin, but. Look at SmackDown though. 2 quality women's matches on the card. Who would have thought?
Well,
doing a lot more than Raw is.
I wanna say quality. I don't know yet. And the reason I don't want to say
that's a lot of good talent. What do you mean?
It is, but I'm hoping that this Kabuki Warriors match is more than just Jade Cargill showcase my 2 moves and then I'm done. I've said this before, y'all. I don't need Jade Cargill out there being the Bryan Danielson of the women's division. I don't need that. But I would like to see her kind of do some of the stuff she was doing in AEW. Like, she's not as incompetent as people are making it out to be in the ring. It's really not that bad. So I don't know why they're limiting her to big boot, jaded, pinfall. At a clothesline, at a body slam, something else, body drop, or what's the move called, bro? Where you throw someone off the ropes and then back body drop, whatever. I don't know, but something DDTs, do something else.
Whip off the rope and then falling slam or back body drop.
Yeah, DDTs, clothesline,
Samoan drop.
Yeah, bro, anything. I don't need it to be she put on a 5-star classic. I don't need that.
She can throw out some suplexes.
Yeah, bro, suplex, super kick. Everybody do a super kick. Why not throw a super kick out there? But yeah, that's my issue there. But yeah, I'm going Bayley. I'm going Bayley for a triple threat match.
Oh.
Quez, how you feeling? How you feeling about that? I mean, who's your pick?
You know who I'm voting for.
NAOMI.
GLOW.
Glow.
All caps when you spell it.
Quez says he feels the glow, and the glow needs to walk out with some gold. All right. Where your gold at, Naomi? Where your gold at? Where your gold at, Naomi? Where your gold at? You know what I'm saying?
But if you need me to be objective, painfully objective, Bayley retains.
Not painfully objective. Not painfully, man. Oh, I mean, I think that's probably what's going to happen, though. So, moving on from that,
we'll barely go a bit more of a run. To help build up to the eventual title loss. But yeah, she had that big moment at Mania. It wouldn't logistically make sense for her to be a one-hit wonder and have it for one title defense and then just drop it. Now she lost to Naomi, it would make sense to, but yeah.
To me, even if she lost it after one and you give it to Tiffany, there's no issue. And I'm not saying that because Tiffany's so good. I've always said this though. If the story you're gonna tell me is more entertaining with Tiffany as champion, pull the trigger. Please do not have me waiting 3, 4, 5 months for it. Just give it to him. Okay. So quite honestly, I don't care if you put the title on like, I don't know, Candice LeRae. I know. But if you tell me a story that is compelling enough with Candice LeRae as champion, I quite honestly do not care who the champion is, how long of a title reign they have had, how many defenses, what grandest stage of them all they won it on, doesn't matter. Okay. If you feel something is getting dry, move on from it and give me something else. So if Tiffany's the choice, go with Tiffany. But I think from their perspective, they're going to do exactly what they always do. She can't just lose it. She just got it at WrestleMania. Yeah. So Bayley.
I mean, they used to do that all the time, though. It's like, all right, you win the title, and then like a month or two later, you lose it, and then you win it back in the next pay-per-view for a couple months.
I mean, hey, they could always pull the gender, right? You know, they could always do that.
I mean, I don't think they gotta do that. You could have Naomi win it, or Tiffany win it for like a month.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm not saying the run that ensued after that, but
I bet you meant like push a jobber to the championship, and I'm like,
no. I mean, like the surprising win of like, because I'm pretty sure everyone is thinking Bayley's gonna win, so you know that's just food for thought. But moving on from that, we got I don't know what I want to go with actually for this one. You know what? I'll save that match. We'll go to Damian Priest and Jey Uso, because I think to me that's like the match I could honestly care less about. I would have started with this one actually, because I just don't care. This is brother. Chat, people, panel, everyone who's listening, archives. If I'm being real, I'm a big fan of Jey Uso. You know, I love the yeet. I be yeeting everywhere, all over the place, yeeting on people, eating on myself. Okay. But if I'm being honest, this is just my opinion. Pretty sure Jay is a very cool dude outside of wrestling. And once again, I'm still a fan of Jey Uso. But man, dude, in the ring, like singles wise, I don't get it. Like when him and Jimmy were together, fire. Even though they did the same move sets, it was fire, bruh. But like Jay by himself in the ring, it just feels like he ain't got that singles dog in him. You know, like we saw his match at WrestleMania. We saw how that went. It was bad. Even Jey Uso acknowledged how bad it was. Yeet. So I think now everyone else needs to realize Jey Uso, yeet, really just ain't that good in the ring. Yeet. Maybe he'd be better with Jimmy back on his side. Yeet. But if I had to pick someone to win this match, yeet, you already know who I'm going to pick to win this match. Yeet. My pick personally is going to be the Archer of Infamy. Yeet. Damian Priest. Yeet. Sassy Taker. Yeet. Bisexual Undertaker. Yeet. Daquisha. Yeet. That's my pick. Damian Priest. Because of the same thing, of the fact that, hey, he just won the belt at WrestleMania. So I think he's going to win. Jay could totally win it too, though. I think that's the tricky part. But I don't see it happening. So I'm gonna go Damian Priest to pick up the win. That's my pick.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if Jay won, but everybody knows that. It's like, all right, we're gonna. I don't know. Jay doesn't feel like how he was when he was with the bloodline and stuff like that. Because that Jay, we're like, oh, you got to be Roman Reigns and stuff like that. And now it's like, oh yeah, just Jey Uso, and no, he's
just
great.
Me,
Everybody,
Uso.
no, exactly, just you, Jay. But no, Jay's great, but I think there's a little bit more meat on that bone for Damian Priest. So Jay does deserve his due, just not yet.
Yep, that's where I'm at with it. I think Jay is not a main eventer. He reminds me of like someone who is that mid-card guy who's not a mid-carder, more like that upper mid-carder. You can always have him win an IC belt, a US belt, a tag belt, but you only throw him in there, and Quez is going to hate this too. He's very Shelton Benjamin-like. And I know some people in the chat ain't going to like that either, of like, they're not main event guys, but if you need them for a main event match, you know, to show the people like, hey, they could be a main eventer one day if they get that next level to them. Some people do and some people don't, right? And I think that's where Jay is in his career, is he is a upper mid-carder. And that's nothing is wrong with that. To me, bro, I don't care if you a jobber. It's better than not working at like one of the biggest wrestling companies in the world. I'd rather be a jobber for the biggest wrestling company in the world than be working for $2 and a hot dog at the end of the day. Okay? That's just me. But you know, I just think that Jay is not that guy. He's just not. Yeah. I'm not even sure if Damian Priest is that guy, to be real with you. To me, he feels like the same thing, an upper mid-carder with the main event belt, and I'm not a fan of it. I like Damian Priest too. I like both guys in the match, but
that sucks to say though, because we probably hit Jay's peak then. Because the bloodline shit, he was like super. Everybody was like Jay. Now it's, you know what it is.
But yeah, bro, you remember I was glazing Jay when everybody was saying Cody. I was like, bro, it's got to be Jay, bro. It's got to be Jay.
Yeah, gotta be Jay.
Well, I guess it's got to be Cody because Jay ain't doing it. You know, he wasn't doing it for me, bro. I wasn't getting that. My God, Frody, Skittles. I wasn't getting that type of energy from Jay Uso. You know, just wasn't hitting.
Ozy. That's what he needs. Honestly,
oh my God, it's Ozy.
Oh my God. You might be right though. It's crazy how like once Jay attaches himself to somebody or a group, he like excels at it because he's like a great number 2, but I don't think he could be your number 1, unfortunately.
Bro, yeah, there's like this if y'all remember this promo, I don't know why, like I laugh every time I see it, where Roman Reigns gives Sammy a new bloodline shirt. He's like, you ain't never gonna be walking around with a bloodline shirt on ever again. And bro, you literally can hear you hear Jay in the back. Take the shirt off, Sammy. Take it off. Take the shirt off, Sammy.
Rip it off.
He went over there and ripped it off him, bro. And then Roman gives him the new shirt, and then pans over to Jay, bro. He's just in the corner, like, "Are you serious, bro?" Like, I don't know what it is about that, but it kills me every time, bro. So, yeah, like Arlo said, bro, great number 2, okay, but just not the number 1. There's only one number 1, and it's not Damian Priest, but that's my pick.
That's what we got though. It's Backlash.
Backlash France, boys.
Yeah, you're not getting a WrestleMania card, so.
No.
You get what you get.
Like, I'm glad for them. This is probably going to be I don't know. I think this match is going to have a lot of interference from like Judgment Day stuff going on there, but because ultimately I think this all leads to like Damian Priest and Finn Balor somewhere down the line, but and then obviously if you put it on Jay Uso, maybe, I don't know, maybe you do put it on Jay. Who knows? But yeah, Damian Priest.
No.
Quez, are you still there? No.
I'm here.
Okay. Who's your pick, Jay or Damian Priest?
The fact that you call Jay Shelton Benjamin is crazy, though.
I didn't call him that. I just said he reminds me of his position.
Hey, man. Y'all still sleeping on Shell TV, bro. He could still make a world title run.
No. He can't. He literally can't.
Bring him back.
Ain't no stopping him now, bro. But Damien for the retention. He's gonna retain the championship.
Yeah.
Honestly, this main event Jay solo run's been a flop. If we're gonna keep it all the way being, there's been moments, but there's been nothing else of any substance that's come from his run as a singles competitor. Even with him earning a world title opportunity, nobody thinks he's gonna win. Logistically, nobody thinks he's gonna win. Legitimately, nobody thinks Jay's gonna win. It's just not gonna happen. Plus, there's still more to build with Damien. I was trying to call this fool Damien Sandow. There was still more to build with. Yeah, you're right. That's crazy because Damian Priest actually cashed in and won his Money in the Bank. But that's a whole different.
That is so wild.
But yeah, main event Jay, that's some nice moniker, good character build to have some good build up as like a single competitor and like a mid carder. But this is the difficulty that even sometimes WWE has when they separate tag teams, especially tag teams that are like long built and established as the Usos, and you gotta make them like legit singles competitors. Jay just hasn't been that. They separated from Jimmy, moved it to a different brand, build him up, but either creative's not giving him that next level push, that next level gear tier to his character to make him like a serious contender, or they just kept sullying him into like other bloodline stuff, like stuff with his brother that dealt all the way into Mania into a lackluster match. And then all of a sudden you build off of that. It's like, oh, now you throw him into the title picture. But again, nobody thinks he's really going to legitimately win that championship. So it's just a difference where it's like new faces at the top. New face of champion, Damian Priest. New challenger, Jey Uso coming into the fold. Okay, but this could be something that would gain interest and people might think Jey Uso might actually get a chance to win the championship. But there's been like no real build and like no real thing that's been set in motion where you could think like, oh snap, Jay has a chance. Either he having a one-off on Damien or he's been built as this underdog like he can't beat Damien. And then you get that inevitability is like, oh shoot, he did it. You're not getting that from him right now. And overall, going back to my point saying it's a flop, yeah, main event Jey Uso. But he's not being treated like a main eventer consistently. He's not being booked consistently like a legit babyface main eventer, nor he's like a legit threat to Damian Priest's title.
That honestly is, I think, how I feel about it. He's just not a threat. He's just kind of there.
Think he's gonna rejoin with his brother this year?
I don't know. That's honestly, we'll talk about that in like a separate video because that would be like a whole nother branching topic of like something that I think we could make into like another video for that. Honestly, like some predictions for the year. I think that would be cool.
I was gonna say briefly about that. It's gonna eventually happen, but I don't want it to be this year. Like let that slowly burn to like their eventual reconciliation.
I mean, there's a lot you can do there. There's a lot you can do there, whether it's this year, next year, whatever the case may be. And once again, too, I know this is Backlash predictions, but I want you to realize how far exactly everyone is thinking because we're already saying that Survivor Series needs to be Bloodline versus Bloodline. And this is why I say, too, never get your expectations too high for stuff because if that doesn't happen, now you're going to say the whole show sucks, right? But then you also have some people who are going to say, hey, the Bloodline or Jay and Jimmy should not get back together until next year. Some are going to say this year. So it's kind of like I've always and will always live by the moniker of if the story calls for it and if you can give me TV that makes sense, by all means, go for it. Go for it, right? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, when people were telling me about the draft and like, hey, wait to see what they do for Raw, I was like, no, it's going to be the same thing, just 3 hours of it. That's exactly what it was. So sometimes you can tell if something's going to be bad, but also you have to kind of let things, just see where they take it to. It's kind of like a mixture of both, right? And a lot of times you kind of got to pick your poison. But speaking of bloodline stuff, we do have the next match here, the match that everyone wants to see Tama Tonga go crazy and maybe run somebody over. We'll see. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and MFT Tama Tonga. I don't know. This one is like probably the hardest match to predict for me personally, because I think Orton and Kevin Owens are going to win this, but not in the traditional way. I think they're going to win this by like DQ, like intentional, like disqualification by the Bloodline. This feels more like an angle and not a match, if I'm being honest. I don't know. Tama Tonga just got there. He's been causing havoc like he's on 3 perk 30s, just losing his mind. And I love it. We all love it. But once again, I think this is more so of an angle than a match. So I'm picking Orton and Owens by DQ. That's my pick. Anybody else got something to say?
Yeah, I don't know if he's going, but yeah, it's hard to tell because Tama Tonga just got there and they're trying to reestablish him in Solo, but it's Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So your DQ, I think that probably would happen, but I think there's an outright win because like either something happens with the Bloodline and they get like distracted and end up losing, but yeah, there has to be something big that happens for especially this match because we just talked about everything else, and then in the main event, I think they're going to be pretty straightforward, but I think they're going to do something big here for this angle. So hopefully something. I don't think Roman's coming back, but maybe something like Jimmy attacks or a new member. So I think Randy and Kevin win though.
Okay. I hear voices in my head. Quez, how you feeling about your client, bro? You think he gonna walk out with that W?
We winning.
Or
we winning.
Y'all winning? Okay. Okay.
We win.
We winning. That's it.
We
Short,
winning.
sweet,
we
to
getting,
the point.
We winning. We getting paid.
You didn't see that MFT?
Yeah, bro, that's MFT right there, boy. You might want to think about that for a second.
MFT, NFT, Soul Sokoa, SSK, whatever the hell, you can get RKO'd, bro.
Hey, tell MFT and get a DDT and an RKO. You know what I'm saying? From yours truly, the Viper.
Get that vintage Jordan pause and get that RKO, man.
You gotta love it. The world is watching WrestleMania. Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan. Give me a hell yeah. Sorry. The drugs. Okay, so the drugs. They gotta bring back that theme song, bro, because everyone's tired of Def Rebel. I'm tired of Def Rebel, and whoever makes that song feels like greatness. Yeah, I'm tired of that
video right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we gonna have to make a video about theme songs in wrestling because my boy, how they have butchered the entire roster. Like, no, for some reason, I didn't realize it until people pointed out that literally everyone has like their name or their catchphrase in their song. Cody with the whoa, Seth with the whoa, Tiffany with the it's Tiffy time, Bailey with role model. Like everyone, literally every single superstar has that in their song of like what they are or what they do. It's like, okay, this is not fun. This sucks. So this is made for like 9-year-olds. Like the fact that Gregory Helms, and I love Gregory Helms, the fact that he has a better theme song, bro. That theme song is so fire compared to like everyone. It's crazy. I'm like, bro, they gave this to him.
Just imagine if Mark Henry came back to the E instead of the 3-6 Mafia song. Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. You get Mark Henry. Somebody's gonna get beat up.
The strongest man in the world. Marq Henry.
Strongest man.
Hall of Pain. Do. The drugs. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it just don't work, bro. Whatever they doing in there, it don't work. Like mid-Carters back in the day had better theme songs than this. It's stupid.
Shout out to Billy Kidman's theme.
Yes, no, Billy Kidman. That's no, I totally confused Gregory Helm with Billy Kidman. That's who it was. Not Gregory Helm. Sorry, it was Billy Kidman. His theme song was crazy. His theme song was nuts, bro. For a mid-Carter.
Yeah. You can run if you want to, but you can't
hide, bro.
Why, if you want to, you won't survive. I said, you don't know.
See, now if he would have came out, it's BK all day. Boom, 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 boom. Billy Kidman.
That's how it's some Brian Kendrick type stuff.
Brian Kendrick. It's Brian Kendrick. Slice bread. Boom, boom, boom.
The Brian Kendrick.
The Brian Kendrick. Boom, 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 boom. Like, oh, okay. Bruh, like even bruh, I was watching the old like Royal Rumble 2015 match with Seth and Brock and Cena. Great match, by the way. Seth had the goofiest theme song I've ever heard in my life. It's just like rolling drums, bro. Just brum, 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 brum. It just speed up. Then it slow down, get real all intense, bro. Boom, 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 boom. I said, bro, cut this off. Cut it off. Remember that dude called the airways for Sway in the morning, bro, and told Iggy, bro, dog, this shit is garbage. Get this off the airways. That's how I was feeling. Straight garbage, straight trash, man.
I remember when they remixed Dean Ambrose's theme too initially.
Oh,
like, what the
God.
fuck? It was so bad. He could have done something so great.
Oh my God! Why did they do that? What?
That was a CFO.
Bro, then it was just his name moving around with like a brick wall. It's just Dean Ambrose all moving around funny, like it's off a perk. It's revving up. Oh my God, it's revving up.
Lunatic Fresh.
My God, Dean Ambrose.
He's crazy.
McFarlane's baby boy. I'm sorry. Okay. Moving on to someone who actually has a good theme song, Cody Rhodes, which is probably going to be the main event of Backlash. He is going to be facing AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Championship. You know, I want to do something real funny here because James swears. He swears that I am a AJ Styles hater to the point that I think people in the chat even think I'm an AJ Styles hater when I'm not. I'm a big fan of the Phenomenal One. I just always said that everything they do with him is so like uneventful, to be honest. But if we being real, I don't think there's no need to like make this like so like stretched out pause. Cody Rhodes, right? You know, this is what AJ Styles is good for in WWE. Think back to when him and Roman had that great feud, those great couple of matches when he first started challenging for the title. Great stuff right there, right? So I think that's where AJ is slotted in once again. Did Quez just boot himself? What happened to Quez? Well, there goes Quez. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Cody Rhodes. I don't think there's anything that needs to be discussed further than that. Arlo, Do you have a riveting pick to make for this one?
Riveting. Cody
Riveting?
Rhodes.
No way. No way.
The
No
guy
way.
that took 2 years to finish his goddamn story now has nothing.
Oh my God.
He
Arlo
finally
just
got the
made
belt.
My God, Arlo made a crazy pick. My God. Cody Rhodes.
It's a respect off. AJ versus
Ah.
Cody. I respect you. I want that belt. No, I respect you. I want that belt.
This
I
is my
guess.
title.
I'm gonna win the championship.
I'm gonna yippee-ki-yay my ass down to Backlash. Yeehaw! I'm gonna take that belt back to Pow Pow. I'm saying, like, I don't know what's going on, bro.
This is
I
just
don't
a
even
starter
know.
feud, though. You know, he just finished his actual story. Now I was like, oh fuck, what do we do now? So this is his first. This is the first little thing he's doing. So hopefully he can figure it out.
I don't know if it's gonna be one and done though. But either way, I think Cody wins it all. So Cody.
Yeah, I meant his story, his title reign. Hopefully he can figure it out because this is a very lukewarm start.
Hey, Arlo, watch your mouth, bro. You gotta let stuff play out. It's only been like a month.
Okay. No, that's what I said. It started out lukewarm. They can cook. They got a lot of people for him to go against.
Backlash to me, I know why they're not doing it, but Backlash to me always was like WrestleMania stuff, right? Like it was never like fresh matches. It was always WrestleMania rematches. I would have that's honestly, if Roman wasn't champion and it was somebody else and it was Cody finishing his story and you went right into that of like Cody versus whoever, or even Cody versus Roman, WrestleMania Backlash, right? That's how you start off a title feud. You know what I'm saying? You go right back into it because there's still a little bit more steam there. But, obviously Roman is not full-time anymore. He's pretty part-time. Long gone are the days of Roman Reigns back in the day when he had the colored contacts telling us, I'm a full-time guy. Cena, he's a fake part-time bitch. Like, okay. Okay. It's funny how the table turned, right? So funny.
It's crazy. It's already been 4 years since Roman been part-time.
Yeah, it's only been 4 years though. Only 4. Which, yeah, ever since the pandemic era, he's been no, he was kind of still full-time during the pandemic era, actually.
Well, remember he took that break though, like once the pandemic hit.
Yeah. He did take the break, but I mean, like, when he came back, he was there like every week. Every single week he was there. He didn't really start like the part-time stuff until like I think when Jimmy got back. I want to say it's kind of when he started. But what's your pick for Cody and AJ, Quez? Who do you have? You got a riveting pick here to make? Is it Cody or is it AJ?
I pick AJ Styles.
My God!
To
Wait,
have the
what?
Yeah, AJ has the better theme than Cody Rhodes.
I mean that what? Wait a minute. I see now. I don't even think that's an opinion. I think that's just factually wrong.
You can't call an opinion incorrect though. Just saying.
No, I don't think this is an opinion. I think this is just actually wrong.
All right, were we debating the theme or the match?
The match. What?
So you can't say how I'm factually wrong when there's nothing to debate with there. But I digress.
But you said
I would say that Cody Rhodes does win the match at Backlash. He beats AJ Styles.
Well, there you have it. Clean sweep for Cody. Actually, if you think about it, we clean sweep this entire thing. There was not a single no. Well, no. Wait. Arlo, who did you pick for the Bloodline and Orton? Who did you pick?
Randy.
Oh, Randy. Okay, so no, we all pick. Yeah, everyone picked the same person.
On the
Hey,
Triple H era,
the Paul Levesque era is. Hey, I
we
didn't know
are
that was a
here.
thing. We
We
are
have
in X. I'm sorry.
we
My
have
fault.
arrived.
Our evolution.
Ah,
Oh God. Okay. Hey, look. Honestly, this is a glorified house show as of right now. Don't mean the matches won't be good. I'm not saying that. It's just from a card perspective. This is a very, very, very house show-ish kind of card that is just putting people there to give the people of France something to see live. That's pretty much it. Now, once again, and I hate when people do this, right? So we just given our thoughts before the show, right? Somebody will say, look at them being all negative. Then look at how great Backlash was. All those twists and turns and swerves. It's like, okay, but from our standpoint as of today, Tuesday, April 30th, there is nothing here, okay? Now, if they want to start cooking up on Saturday in France, we're not taking back our opinions because as of now, it just don't look like anything. So I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear no one in the chat, in the comment sections, in the Discord, like, look, if they proved you all wrong. Like, I mean, you should be able to do that. You're a wrestling company with writers and things. I don't expect you to give me trash. You know what I'm saying, like, you got to give me something good to work with here. Triple H, you know, the new Paul Levesque era. You know, chat for the people that are just joining. If y'all didn't know, we are in the Paul Levesque era. I didn't know that. I just want to let y'all know this is the Paul Levesque era, and we are ready. So those are our Backlash predictions. Straightforward, cut and dry. But now we want to talk about the last topic of tonight's show. Which, by the way, before I move off of this, where's Logan Paul? Where's Sami Zayn? So we're not gonna have IC or US title matches. I know we got onto Friday, but like we ain't even got none of that on there. So
no clue. I think maybe one more match, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll start announcing stuff tomorrow and whenever. But like I said, if it's not announced like a week before the show, to me, it's probably worthless because that means it's a nothing match. You know, you put all the hype stuff on the card first. Everything else doesn't really matter. So yeah. Last topic of the night before we get up out of here is this is something that we've been wanting to talk about for a while. I feel like, especially me, because I see it so much in the community, even from people that are in our own server. And I love all of y'all. Trust me, I do. But something has to be said about this because it's crazy. Now, are we going to change the way the community is and how people act? No. But if more people, more creators with a bigger name spoke out about this kind of stuff, it would be for the better. Tribalism in professional wrestling. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. Tribalism is the worst thing that you can have in anything almost. It is downright weird to the point where I'm questioning, do people even get sunlight sometimes of like how hard they go to defend something when it's criticized or if someone has a different opinion than them, right? So there is accounts on social media. I'm not going to say these accounts' names because I would never wish someone to attack them or speak ill will about them. And people are on the internet anyway, so they'll probably do it themselves, but I'm not going to condone that. But what I will say is you will see certain accounts on social media where quite literally all day from sun up to sundown, they are defending WWE or they are defending AEW, as if neither company has issues, as if neither company has problems that need to be addressed. It's either sunshine and rainbows or nothing at all. Nothing. I see Tony Khan on sports like broadcast for the NFL draft. I see him all on YouTube. I see him in press conferences. And every time he loves to bring up WWE to the point where the man literally went on the NFL draft and said WWE is Harvey Weinstein. That is what they are. And we are Pepsi. We are the upstarting brand that is trying to take over the evil Harvey Weinstein, because Triple H is such a bad person, so Harvey Weinstein it is. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, Tony Khan, you are really a part of the tribalism, my dude. Yes, AEW is better than nothing at all for all the women and men involved in sports entertainment / pro wrestling. But to egg on the tribalism and the shilling of a company is crazy to me. Because now you give the people vindication, you give them the ammo, like, haha, Tony Khan said it, so now I can always bash WWE, right? I don't even know if y'all know this, but anytime we have said something about Tony Khan on here, or if I'm watching someone on YouTube talk about Tony Khan and his issues, you know what someone says who's like an AEW diehard? You want to know what their first rebuttal is? It's not like, why do you feel this way or anything? Can anyone guess what the first response always is when you say something bad about Tony Khan?
But WWE.
Yes. Matter of fact, I'll take it even a step further. They won't say just WWE. They'll say, but Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, man, are you trying to make yourself feel better about why you like AEW? Because everyone and their mother knows Tony Khan is a better human being than Vince McMahon. I don't even think that has to be said anymore at this point. Why is it every time you criticize something, it's but look what they did? We're not even talking about them.
We're talking about $1 billion corporations, all right? Who gives a fuck?
Like, it doesn't matter. And they're just like, bro, they have their pitchforks out, they have their shields, and they be ready to go to war. How dare you? But you didn't say anything about Vince McMahon. Like, what are you talking about? Like, dude.
I can't believe it.
Bro, even
they're
someone
us. You
like us, bro, no one's even attacking Tony Khan. We're just saying, hey, the product for us isn't in a great spot. Right? Even to the point where, okay, I'll put it like this for y'all. Tribalism exists so bad that right after the Bryan Danielson match with Will Ospreay, the match I've been glazing for centuries at this point, because I loved it. You know how many people will sit there and tell you, but Marq, AEW, they only get 600,000 people. But Marq, did you not see Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns? And I'm like, I saw it all, man. I don't care. Like, what? I don't understand why people won't even let you enjoy some of the things you enjoy without them like saying, but hey, the ratings, hey, Vince McMahon, hey, this was better. It's why? Why? Like, okay, we're comparing Danielson and Ospreay versus Cody and Roman. And I hate that so much because to me, okay, if you talk about this with like your friends, right? It's going to be a quick little conversation. Okay, like if me and Arlo or Quez or MG or James, whoever, right, and we ask each other like, "Hey man, which match did you like more?" They'll be like, "Hey, I like Cody and Roman more," right? No one's gonna be like, "But why? Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson put on a 5-star." It's gonna be like, oh, "Okay, that's cool, that's cool," and we gonna talk about it for like maybe 3-4 minutes and move on. But no one's gonna be trying to defend the other match or the other company, right? As a matter of fact, I remember when I told Arlo, like, man, I just started glazing, bro. I was like, hey man, I love Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson. They went nuts. He went like, but Marq, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. No, it was just like, oh, for real? Must have been a good match. And that was it. That was literally it. Was there was no like, Marq, why would you like that match more? You fucking geek. None of that.
Don't you understand?
You're not in the business.
Yeah, it's a lot
That's so
easier for
stupid.
people to like just. I mean, it's easier said. I mean, I don't like when they like, just enjoy wrestling, because those are the same people that are like, yeah, but they did this, and I'm like, aren't you okay?
Yeah, same people.
Okay.
Same people. Like
That's nuance in life, though. There's good things and things you enjoy and things you don't, and you can criticize whatever you want. But acting like nothing is wrong that is gonna make something like fail inherently, because you're not seeing where the problems are and trying to fix them. You're like, all right, we're doing great, and it's like there's a bunch of holes in your ship, you're sinking. But sometimes it's too late before you recognize it, and all your supporters that you thought you had are all gone because they don't want to be there either. And sometimes it's too late.
Bro, it makes it so difficult to get, and that's why I hate fandoms. Bro, you can't get valid criticisms, and you can't bring in new people, because the moment you try to get new people into like wrestling or something else, doesn't even have to be wrestling, right? They're instantly attacked by people who are like diehard whatever side of the spectrum of pro this or pro that in wrestling or entertainment, right? And I'll even go outside of wrestling with that. I'm not naming anyone in particular because it's actually not about them, but I feel like Arlo gonna laugh when I say this. I don't know why. I just feel like he will. When it comes down to like even like PCs and consoles, right? You have people who will literally tell you, just get a PC. Just get a PC. Just come on, get the PC. And it's like, why do I have to do that if I'm just a console guy? Right? What's wrong with just enjoying a console? What's wrong with me? Why can't I just say, hey, I want an Xbox or a PS5, right? Also, how come it's like this where if you have a PS5, Xbox people are like, we have the better console, we have Game Pass, and we have this, and you guys can't compete. Then over on PS5, they're like, we have exclusives, and you guys have nothing but Forza. And it's like, why can't we just enjoy the things that we enjoy without comparing them? Why does everything need to be compared? I don't want to compare AEW to WWE. They're not even on the same spectrum. I don't want to compare. What you say?
I was gonna say I like Forza, man.
I like Forza too, but I will say there's only so many times I can drive a Ferrari around Mexico before I'm just like, okay, I've had enough. But I do love Forza. Okay, I do like Forza. Please make a Forza in Japan, whoever makes that game. Can someone please make a racing game in Japan? For crying out loud. It ain't even got to be Forza. Because I don't know, Japan scenery is so cool for like the nightlife of racing. We could totally use that. But yeah, like I don't know why people do that. Like I'm someone who has a gaming laptop. I don't really like to use it that much, and I have a PS5. And I never really compare the two. I just say, hey, I kind of prefer my console over my gaming laptop. Same thing with WWE and AEW. If it comes down to wrestling, I much prefer the style than AEW. I understand there's no stories, but I don't care because I'm probably not watching their weekly TV shows, right? You'll even have people who say, if you hate the product so much, why won't you ever just watch the pay-per-views? And I'm like, why are you trying to tell me what to do? Like, tribalism is so bad. Like, it even spans to the hate. It's not just like glazing something. You can be a tribalistic hater of like, you hate everything this one company does, and that's it. Like, I see people all the time who are just like, they can't stand anything WWE. They're just like, WWE is the worst thing ever. And don't get me started on AEW. There is way too many AEW just like hate accounts out there. It's almost weird just how much time people have to hate on something that they hate. Like, I want y'all to think about what I just said.
That's crazy, right?
Right? You have that much time to hate on something that you hate.
You like, don't enjoy.
You don't enjoy it at all, but you're always talking about it. Literally.
That's simple.
Quite literally change the channel. Like, remember, I'm not bashing anyone, but I want to say this too. When we said that we were, I don't want to speak for Quez, but I know me and Arlo were kind of on the same page with this. We did not want to watch Raw. Do you realize we had to explain ourselves to certain people for like hours of why we don't want to? Right? And I'm like, us telling you that we don't want to watch it this week because we just don't really care right now. That should have been it. It didn't need to go on any longer than that, or someone trying to convince you why you should keep watching or why you should keep doing this or doing that, right? We came up here to talk about Backlash, right? Because we're probably going to actually watch Backlash because there is some things on that card, even as bland as it looks, that we still want to see. But there was no way we were going to subject ourselves to the regular TV shows to lead up to this because they're just going to be a bunch of nothing. That's all they ever are. I'm not sitting through 3 hours every single Monday to get to the stuff that I want to see. Guarantee you, right? Arlo, you just like me when it comes to video games, so you know what I'm finna say. If I buy a game and it's 100 hours, right? Do you think I want to sit through 60 hours of filler to get to the good stuff? No. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm either gonna, one, ask for a refund, which is almost impossible with PlayStation, but two, I'm gonna speed run the game. Okay, like I'm talking about completely speed run, skipping dialogue, skipping cutscenes, probably putting the game on the easiest mode possible to one shot everything I see in sight because I just want to get through it. Or three, I'm just gonna delete the entire game and never look at it again. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I never had to explain to myself, well, why am I not doing this anymore? It's pretty simple, pretty cut and dry if you ask me. I'm bored. I don't want to look at it anymore. I'm done. Cut it off. Okay. And I think that's where people need to look at it when it comes to wrestling too. It's like, please stop attacking people and please stop trying to defend things that doesn't really matter. It's all entertainment at the end of the day, right? I told my mom to like start watching Abbott Elementary. She watched a little bit of it. She's like, it's not really for me. Do you think I went into an outrage over it? No. Everything isn't for everybody, man. It's really not. There's a show I'm watching right now on Netflix called Baby Reindeer. I think it's really good. It's just a very limited series on Netflix about this stalker person. but it might not be for everybody, you know? And I know we have some like real diehard AEW fans that watch us and that listen to us. And I'm here to tell you that's cool. There's nothing wrong with liking AEW.
No.
There is nothing wrong with that. If you are a WWE fan, there is nothing wrong with that. If you don't like either, other company, there's nothing wrong with that either. You like what you like. Okay. If I sat here and told you, right, let's say we came up here and we did a AEW, I don't even know what the next pay-per-view is, to be honest. I can't think.
Forbidden Door?
Maybe Double or Nothing. That's what Double or Nothing. Let's say we came up here and did a review of that. We said this show was the worst thing ever. Okay. And we just completely just eviscerated it, which honestly, at that point, why make a review at that point? Kind of wasting your time. But let's say we did that. That doesn't mean that we're telling you as a viewer, if you are a AEW fan, you should hate it too. Or that we think AEW should not exist. Because I, for one, and I feel like I can speak for both people on the panel with me as well, in our opinion, because some people may not think this is facts. I think it is a factual statement to make. AEW needs to exist. It has to. In order for the women and men that you like, whether it's from either company, to get paid the money they deserve, to be able to feed their families, to be able to make a living, to be able to be seen on national TV, when for a lot of these people, wrestling was their only option. So by no means will I ever sit up here and say AEW needs to die, because that is a crazy thing to say. If you do not remember how it was when TNA finally crumbled and it was just WWE, do you really want to go back to that?
Dark days.
Very dark days.
They didn't. It's like he didn't even have to try.
They didn't. They didn't, right? And they're not looking. Okay, they're not looking at AEW as like real competition, because they're not even in the same stratosphere. But they have to book their talents better, because if not, they're going to say, well, I'll just go over to AEW for more money and maybe to have a better chance in my career, right? When you see them put the belt on someone like Swerve Strickland over in AEW, that could be a signal to someone over in WWE to say, hey, this guy made the jump, bet on himself, and won a world title. Maybe I could do the same. So they have to do better because of the fact that AEW is around. So by no means, as much as I'm not in love with AEW right now, I still watch their pay-per-views because I love the matches they have on those. By no means do we want the company to not exist. It has to. So I'm hoping they get their media rights. I know people are still going to be posting, look, guys, AEW only got 600,000 viewers this week. They're crumbling. Like, okay, man, whatever you say.
Oh my gosh, they did it. Why is that? Why is that a good thing?
Yeah, like, it's over, guys.
The collapse is near. Okay.
It's like, no, you should not want that. You should not want that. I've always said this too, bro. Look in the gaming sphere. I myself am a PS5 owner. Arlo is a PS5 owner. I think Quez has an Xbox, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they got an Xbox. We ain't never clown Quez over having an Xbox. I used to love Xbox too, by the way. We all know that Xbox's sales are not as good as PS5s. But in no way, shape, or form would I ever want PlayStation to be the only game on the block for home consoles. Because boy, oh boy, that means no competition. That means they don't have to try anymore. That means at that point, the only exclusives you're going to get is Last of Us Part 17 remastered. Okay? Do you really want that? Probably not. All right? There has to be competition in every single space of entertainment and business. Because if not, it's literally just the world becomes Apple, a Disney corporation, sponsored by Amazon. Do you really want that? Probably not. Probably not. I'm actually going to read some of the comments in the chat now because of the fact that we are winding this down. And I see a lot of y'all agreeing with us about that. And I appreciate y'all because that means y'all have a level head and y'all are thinking correctly on this. Because tribalism is stupid. Even, yes, Simeon, even phone wars are stupid. I could care less who has an iPhone or an Android. Could care less. Can your phone text? Can it call? Can you use the internet? Good. That's it. That's,
Even if your phone don't got internet, more power to you.
Yeah, if it don't got internet and you prefer not to have internet on your phone, good.
How do you live like that? Just fine.
Easy. I'm breathing.
Doing good.
I can yeah, good. Like, but Arlo, you don't understand. He has green bubbles. You can't talk to him. Look at that guy with the iPhone. He thinks he's better than everyone. Like, yeah, no, it's just the phone, man. Yeah, I don't think anyone who has a frontal lobe is like having phone debates at this point. If you are a grown person having a debate about what type of phone someone has, bro, I don't even. You got a lot of problems. You have a lot of problems that need to be solved. Because I can't even. Bro, I don't even think when I was like 15, I was like, ew, Android. I was like, dude, Android be looking kind of cool sometimes, bro. Like,
yeah, all the features and shit.
All the cool stuff they got on there, bro. Like, to me, as much as I love iPhone, I would always say, in my personal opinion, once again, these are opinions, I think iPhone is the inferior brand in terms of like being consumer friendly. Because I mean, my God, I could pay $1,000 for a phone and I can't put an app in a certain place because Apple does not allow it. You know,
which one to protect you? Really?
They want to protect you. I mean, but Arlo, you can give us $1,000, and guess what? Your phone, your iPhone, your brand new one, won't have 120 hertz display. You'll be stuck at 60 hertz. Even like the lowest in Android phones have like 90 hertz, 100 hertz for better refresh rate. Meanwhile, Apple is like, it's 2024. Give us 1,000 and we'll give you a lackluster refresh rate. It's very stupid. But I am still someone who has a lot of Apple products. So there's that. There is that. But no, yeah, chat.
That's okay, though. You like what you like.
Yeah, it works for me. It works for me. One day I might wake up and say, hey, this don't work for me no more. And I might go all Android. You just never know. You really don't. Like,
yeah. Your priorities change, your tastes change, things happen. And you're like, all right, maybe I don't like a certain product anymore. And it's like, that's okay. And the other thing, too, is like people go through ebbs and flows, especially in a year-long product. It's like, there's going to be times where it's not good and it's like kind of disinteresting, and times where it's actually bad, and sometimes where it's like, wow, this might be the best thing on TV right now. So it goes through all of that because it's the one thing too. Like everything else, it's like, oh, we released a product at a specific time, or we have our seasons from here to here. But wrestling, that's 365. So you're always going to be having new stuff going on. So if ever you're missing, like, oh wow, wrestling is, I've missed so much. It's like that's the thing about it. It's always going to keep going, regardless if you're watching or not. So try to remember that this is a company. So your favorite people are not going to be there in a couple of years or 10 years or whatever. And there's going to be people that you never heard about that are going to be your favorite in a couple of years. So, don't always think that everything is going to be great, because it's not. And but that's life.
Wait a minute, James, you just showed up randomly like that, bro. I don't even have a slot for Quez now. Oh man, I forgot. James can just join whatever he wants because this is his account. Okay, but okay, we'll just do it like that. Then we'll freestyle it. Oh man, I got a few more minutes before I have to go. But yeah, so I mean, truth of the matter is, y'all, I can't believe how many times I've been like, and I never address it because I feel like I never have to because it's pointless. I don't have to explain myself to anybody personally, right? But I'll see comments sometimes in the Discord, or I'll see it like in the comment section. Someone will like say, just why do you hate on it so much, or blah 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 blah. And I'm like, do y'all like? I know some of y'all are new, but like, my dude, everyone on here can attest that at a time when AEW just started, I was there. I was there, y'all. I was a paying customer to shows, to their pay-per-views, watching every week because I loved what they were doing from 2019 to 2021. Maybe even a little bit of 2022. And I mean a very slight bit of 2022. But I was there all the time. And I would tell like everyone, like, yo, AEW is going crazy. I would never tell them though, like, you don't want to watch AEW. You're just an e-drone. You don't support wrestling. Like, no. For what? I tell you one time, or I'll tell you a couple times after I had an experience of watching it. And if you never want to tune in, you don't have to. I'm not going to tell you how to like what you should be watching or what you should be doing. That's totally up to you, right? And like Arlo said, wrestling is here 365 days out of the entire year for the rest of your life. Okay? So from the time you were born to the day that you have to die, wrestling will be here. So there is no need to watch it when it's not good, in our opinion, because you're a fan. Okay? You can be a fan of something and not like what they put out. At one point, okay, I was a big Chief Keef fan. Still kind of am. That don't mean that I'm going to like every single project he puts out or force myself to like re-listen to a project. If I didn't like it, I just didn't like it. All right? Everyone has a bad day or a bad time. So everything someone puts out or does is not going to be perfect or up to your par and what you're looking for. Okay? That's my thing. It's pointless to be a tribalistic person. It is pointless to defend something that nobody there. And the tribalism is so dumb because everyone from AEW and WWE are pretty much friends outside of like Tony Khan and Triple H. Like everyone has friends across the board. So you trying to defend one company over the other is
everybody.
so dumb. What's up?
We all know not everybody's friends.
Yeah, no. No, I'm
No,
aware of that, but I'm saying from a perspective of like a lot of them are though. Like you have a lot of people who have friends in other companies, right? And I think even the CM Punk interview was so stupid. Sometimes, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I love CM Punk. I think he's a great character, great, professional wrestler. But sometimes, man, he don't know when to shut up, bro. He don't. There's been times where Punk will say, I shouldn't be talking about this, and then continues to proceed to talk about it for an entire hour. All right. Now, I'm not going to tell you, he was asked the question, but he didn't want to talk about it, though, James. But I'm not going to sit there and act like I wasn't, Planet Firmly listening to it because I was very entertained. Okay. I know what you're trying to tell me, but I'm saying he literally said in the interview, I don't want to talk about it. And even if someone else keeps telling you to talk about it, you're a grown man. You don't have to talk about it. Just let it go. But he didn't. So that's my thing. Still love CM Punk though. Okay. But I'm saying comments like what he made adds on to tribalism. Because it's not even like criticism at that point. The only thing I could think of that was like criticism was like the comments about AEW is an indie company with mainstream budget money. To me, that was like the only criticism. Everything else is just like him attacking Tony Khan and his business practices. And then obviously you have the tribalistic WWE people who are like, ha ha ha, see, we feel vindicated now. That's pretty much all tribalism is people looking for vindication on the way they feel about something. Because unfortunately, we live in a world now where hating on AEW is like the popular thing to do. And at one point, that was WWE. Like I remember when AEW was on top and WWE was having trouble selling out tickets and stuff, bro. It was reverse tribalism. Okay, they reversed the pressure, and people were they reversed the pressure, man. They were hating all on WWE. So it's both ways. It's not just one company.
It's funny how all the people that hate on AEW now used to hate on WWE before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not new people. It's like the same people that used to hate on WWE. That's like, yeah, let's just WWE product's not as bad right now, but we gotta hate something. So they just
gotta hate something.
Like, bro, right, you can do that, I guess. I don't know why, but
bro, you realize like those people, I've noticed it every time, like right on cue, they have the ratings report in for something they hate. They have like, bro, I'm talking about they be on top of it. I'm like, you all that time.
I'm like, do you hate it or do you love it?
Yeah,
it seems like you know more about something than like a fan of it.
I'm like, bro, I don't look at AEW at all until I see there's a pay-per-view coming up. I don't look for ratings. I don't look for spoilers, rumors. I don't care. I don't. Because it's why would I look for something like right now, bro? I've been playing Scarlet Nexus, or not Scarlet Nexus, Stellar Blade. Sorry. I've been playing that. You know, I've been enjoying that. I'm gonna just play that instead of going to look for AEW ratings. Let me do something I like to do. Okay.
Yeah, but how dare you like something I don't like, or how dare you not like something I like? But that's always been a thing of like the dawn of time of like, I like this. It says you my boy, you should like this. Or it could pertain to favorite food, favorite style of music, your favorite artist, especially. And favorite, like I said, TV shows, favorite wrestlers. The deep dives of what you're doing with your interest. It's always been like that. And if you have the opposite take, then it's like, well, why? Very rarely these days you get people that just accept, oh, I think the sky is blue. Well, I think the sky is green. Oh, well, more power to you. Instead of deciding to say, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But everything always got to turn into a debate. Now, naturally, that's how we are sometimes as human beings. We naturally debate because we be curious, like, okay, why do you think this? And then you just accept it, like, okay, cool. We'll just agree to disagree. But no, it's very bad when it comes to wrestling because, like, you're not allowed to be subjective. You are only allowed to do the same thing or think certain ways that somebody else feels. And it goes back to what you mentioned about the rating systems. We tell you what the match is going to be like, if it's going to be worth watching. Like, we tell people, like, go watch this match, or this show sucked, I wouldn't even bother watching it. We very rarely do that, but we voice our displeasure of certain things. But sometimes we try to remember to not discourage anybody from going and watching themselves and have their own opinion about that. We try to let them do that. But other people will just be like, what you doing watching that? That segment was garbage. This whole show was garbage. Just mostly talking and all that. There's only like 2 matches that was like 6 minutes apiece. But some people like more the story building with the talking and the promo rather than the wrestling. They look into that. Some people are interested in that. It just goes back to what we're saying. You like what you like for the purpose and the reason that you do like. And we all been guilty of it. All of us have been guilty of it for whatever reason. We'll be like, man, why? Why you think that? You're factually incorrect. You know, this is why you're wrong. For this, that, and the third reason. When it comes to sports, music, iPhone, Android, more, whatever the case may be, wrestling, whatever the case may be, we always naturally go with our preference. And condition-wise, we'll be like, why? And we can either accept or try to change your mind on it. It's just what it is. But in the world of wrestling, it's just more toxic with it for whatever reason, to the point where people are literally being keyboard warriors on the internet, making threats, staking claims, calling people out their name, and saying everything you're gonna say under the sun, but you'll be church mouse quiet if you step to that person in real life, face to face. You know, and that's just what it be. Unfortunately, gives that false sense of confidence because it's your way or the highway. You're being a child. Grow up.
Mm-hmm. Like literally just children at this point. Like it's crazy. I'll read a few more comments before we get out of here.
Shout out to everybody in the comment section tonight, though. Y'all been rocking tonight, man.
Yeah. I've been looking. I just been having so many pages open. I really wasn't like looking too hard, but I seen y'all in here talking. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Mostly Zombie said on Facebook, I get feeds of random pages of fans on both WWE and AEW taking pics of the arenas hours before the show starts, talking about look at the attendance just to stir up mess. Yes, that is a thing. Like I see it now with AEW, and I used to see it in WWE before they started like going crazy with the shows of like back when Raw was like at its worst. People would just show up before the show, take a picture, and be like, look at how empty it is. And then everyone is on Twitter because it's like, you know, you don't wait to go do your own research. You just go off of what you saw, not realizing that people on social media are just straight liars a lot of times. And you're like, WWE in the mud. It's so over. Like,
Well,
it's
Marq,
kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, Marq, Charlamagne the God said it best. Well, I believe in the truth when it lies more entertaining.
Very true. Charlamagne is very right about that.
I mean, everybody wants to believe the world's burning down. It's up in flames. It's like they chipped a tooth. That'll be all right.
The world is not watching, by God.
Hey, no, that ain't all right. If you chipped your tooth, you might need to go get that looked at.
Yeah.
I made a nail, but yeah.
Yeah, chipped tooth. Trust me, been there, done that. Yeah, go get that taken care of.
But you'll live.
Yeah, you'll live. I will say this though, my dentist got me out of a lot of money, bro. Man gave me a root canal because I chipped my tooth, bro, in an accident, and I got the little canal. Tell me why it fell out like 2 days later while I was like eating a burger. It just fell out, just completely. I was like, well, that's all right. That's a lot of money down the drain. I went to go get it fixed. Guess what? The doctor was like out of business. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was cashing out.
All that in a span of like 5 days, bro, or something like that. I was like, all right. Well, see, at that point, if I start hating on him, that's not tribalism. That's just actually like, bruh.
Yeah.
I need my money. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
a bad product.
That's bad product right there. Like, ain't no defending that. So, you know, I mean, look, shout out Dominic Samuels because he's like the only person I know who, like, throughout all the stuff we said about AEW, he has been the AEW aficionado. Okay, he has been there through the rain, the sleet, the snow, the hail, and he plants his flag firmly in the ground.
I'm about to say, was he the mailman?
Yeah. He's always delivering that AEW goodness. You know what I'm saying? Dominic Samuels is all elite, boys. But no, for real, he enjoys AEW on a weekly basis. And I don't think anyone here has ever given him like problems about that. It's like, what? Why would we? Why would we? Doesn't make sense to me. And who knows? One day, AEW might catch fire again. And everyone who's hating on it now, like to the point where it's just like complete tribalism of it, they'll be the same ones. Oh my God, AEW, Frody, my God, Frody, Skittles. They'd be going crazy for it, right? Tony Khan, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll be right there.
AEW, fruity, skip.
You ain't never seen that Jim Ross thing, bro? It's just hilarious.
Of course.
Okay. I love that.
I remember when it first came out, like it was so brutal. And went from
Bro.
Snickers to the fruity, delicious, fruity Skittles.
Oh God, they're fruity. Bro, that is all I've been wanting to do for like the past month is just like not talk about modern day wrestling and just talk about like the era I grew up on, from like the ruthless aggression era to like uh 07, 08, bro. Like make retro reviews, recaps, podcasts about those. Though I love those episodes, and I don't know, they're so funny to me. I love that kind of stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's good to debate, but topics like wrestling is so subjective and leaves people offended for no reason. If someone doesn't like a character or a wrestling move, yeah, it's pretty crazy how like you could say something like that and people act like you just like attack them for some reason. It's like, chill out, bro. I just said I don't like that. That's all I said. Fellas, this is what hold on. People want to live on negativity, says EJ. I mean, you're not wrong there. People love negativity, like Quez says. Negativity and lies always feel more exciting than truth and just doing your proper research and figuring stuff out, right? And I've talked about this on the SmackDown commentary that we didn't have that many people watching, but I talked about this and I said, hey, if you're going to bring up ratings and you're going to bring up all of these different things about where TV is for WWE or AEW, maybe do your research. Has the entire industry is shifted, right? I saw an article because I like to get a lot of my news from social media. Because news, I don't really like checking the news, but whatever. Point remains. I saw somewhere, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, the Fallout series on Amazon got like 60 something million viewers or some crazy number like that. Like that series is like popping off beyond belief. And I'm like, if people did more of their research and figured out like, hey, cable TV is not the entire story. So whenever someone tells me, hey, WWE got a 2.1 on cable, I'm like, cable isn't the be all end all anymore. If you tell me AEW got 600K, 700K, that's not their entire number. Those ratings do not count DVRs. They don't count people watching stuff on YouTube. They don't count social media analytics. They count none of that. None of that is taken into account. It's literally just how many people watch the show live. And a lot of people don't watch stuff live anymore because everything is so on demand anyways, right? Like me right now. There's probably like a million of me's out there that are like, I'm not gonna watch this show until this season is done. Okay. So I can binge it. If they took those numbers into account as the live viewers be all end all, you would probably be missing about 20 million people or something like that off the ratings, right? If you look at the Super Bowl on a year-on basis, every year those numbers have been going down every single year because it's not just cable anymore, y'all. So I know it's never going to stop, but I just really wish people would stop talking about ratings so much. I do not like it because it's not a real metric of how good a company is doing as a whole. Network TV probably cares about it. TNT and all them and USA Network, they care. They care. As a fan, I don't care. And I know it's not the be all end all of the company. It can kill a company if they're not performing well enough, right? I saw people in our Discord talking about AEW got dropped from DAZN, and they were making jokes about it. I'm like, y'all didn't even do your research on it. You just posted it as like a quick reaction trying to get people to agree with you. If you looked at the entire thing, it wasn't even just the fact that AEW wasn't performing well. They literally put no budget behind AEW in wrestling. They were more focused on boxing and MMA fights they had on their app. So I don't know why people take everything. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm just tripping. But if you're going to talk about stuff like that, do your research. That's all I ask. I don't really have anything else to add, to be honest. If anybody else wants to add something else, me personally, I think I've said all I can say.
All I'll say is everything that was said about this conversation was facts. All facts.
I don't think anyone else can really. I don't know. I know, like I said, I know tribalism is going to exist no matter what. I know we can't fix it. We'll never fix it. So
just be healthy with it. As far as like make it is like always maintain a conversation. Make it a learning lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make it so domineering, demeaning, and driven focus off your opinion without being open discussion without being open minded. That's all I'm saying. Because you don't grow if you're so close minded, you don't grow and learn different opinions. You miss out. You might learn something of why another person may think a certain way that you didn't even know, or it's something you could be missing out on. But if you choose to remain closed minded, you choose to remain ignorant. If you choose to remain ignorant, you ignorant ass.
Beep.
Wait, are we on Twitch?
No, but I'm just not gonna say that word for my own reasons. It has nothing to do with YouTube. I'm just not gonna say it personally.
you ignorant ass Negro.
He said it, not me. That was Quez, the man. Don't forget the man.
No. Quez didn't say that.
Quez didn't say that. That was James. All right, but look, for real though. Look,
no, but
sorry,
but excuse me.
Nothing, man.
but on the real, don't be so bold. Don't be so ignorant. Don't be acting like you too good to learn something. Just learn, accept, let people live by their wishes and let you wish all your wishes and your opinions. Just go by there. Tribalism goes this, but you can have a healthy conversation and just go from there. But if you want to be toxic, just watch what nobody want to listen to you, be around you, hang with you, talk with you, kick it with you, skate with you, nothing, man.
No.
Because that really goes show what kind of a person you really are.
Bro, you know, Heartless X Hunter in the chat just said WWE makes more money than ever, but they're not as popular as they were in the 90s. Ratings are a metric of popularity, not success. And I will tell you, you are 100% right with that, because I can tell you for a fact, I know people in music that have crazy numbers with stuff, right? And their numbers don't actually equate to how many people may show up to their shows and give them money for merchandise or touring or concerts and stuff like that, right? So it's like, don't let that one number make you think that all is bad. Trust me, I peep everything. I just don't talk about it a lot because I'm not going to waste my time on it. It's a waste of time. But I saw earlier in the Discord, people posted stuff about one person posted about the SmackDown ratings. No one said a thing, right? No one reacted. No one said WWE is dying. One person posts AEW ratings, there's like 50 comments. It's over. TK is stupid. Oh my God, it's over. Not fruity. No Skittles. Right? Like it's crazy to me how, to me, that's tribalism almost, right? Because it's like you're if we gonna keep it a buck, they show, like someone said that SmackDown drew its lowest ratings in SmackDown history or something like that. I don't know. And I'm like, if that was an AEW post, bro, we wouldn't have heard the end of it. That there would be a VC on Friday, people just clowning AEW all day. WWE, oh no, you wouldn't hear that. You wouldn't hear that though. You know, but trust me, I peep everything. I literally look at everything. It's just, well, I respond to it. But if you know who you are, you know who you are. That's pretty much where I'll leave that at. So, yeah, I mean, I think we've covered everything. We talked about the draft. We talked about Backlash. We talked about tribalism. I think it was a pretty good podcast tonight, y'all. What y'all think? No?
No. I didn't say no, but yeah, I thought from what I heard, it was really, really, really good, really insightful discussion. about the topic for sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Great job, team.
Yeah, go team. Before we get out of here, I know Quez
Not
loves
the
this
go
part of the
team.
show. Go, hey, bro. Hey, there's no I in
That
team,
we
baby.
sound like,
You know what I'm saying?
that we sound like high school cheerleaders, bro. No, let's not do that.
Give me a E. Give me an O.
I would have said great job in words, but then I don't think that would be approved, you know.
I mean, that would be a crazy way to end the show. But I do want to end it on this note here. It's not even wrestling talk. It's something Quez likes. Or we'll bring it back a little bit. So, fellas, podcast members, what are y'all, watching, reading, doing, over the week that, have brought y'all some enjoyment? Because we've talked a lot about the negative stuff in the entertainment world. But I want to know what, whether it's a movie, music, game, book, what's been giving y'all some joy this week. Let the people know.
I'll just say off the cuff, real quick. Kendrick got him one.
Kendrick Lamar got him one?
Yeah, man.
You know what? Everyone
like
been telling me to listen to that too, so.
That's like the only thing that like popped in my head for like anything like that's going on. That's like active recently. I mean, Steelers did good in the NFL draft. We helped rebuild and fix the offensive line. I'm proud of that. LeBron and them out the playoffs. I'm hyped for that. Get them out of there. Enjoy vacation. And yeah, the biggest thing for me is Kendrick responded, and then some.
I'll tell you what though, I feel like I need to be caught up to speed one day, and maybe there's like a YouTube video out there for that, because I have not listened to anything. So like I'm actually like out of the loop when it comes to like this whole Drake and Tupac, and like I don't even know what's going on. I haven't heard a single track.
Well, it's like the biggest thing going in hip hop right now.
I know, but a lot of times you can miss the biggest stuff in life just by dealing with stuff in your own life, Like I've been outside a lot. I ain't really been looking at a lot of stuff sometimes if it don't come across my timeline right when I open Twitter, because I don't stay on Twitter for like 30 seconds, bro.
I'm sick. They told this man Marq to go touch grass and been outside ever since.
Yeah, you pretty. That was a slick little shot, but
well, it's not. It's not. I promise. It's not a shot.
He said, I've actually been outside. Like, hey, was that supposed to be?
you know how bad life has to be, has grown men debate about going outside when that's just literally a part of life. You know how bad off we are as a society if like that's an insult to someone.
Bro, remember when we was kids, we used to beg to go outside.
We would be outside literally all day long.
Yes, and that was fun. I could be outside all day long and never look at a computer screen again. I will be fine. Like, I don't know. It's something I wish people would do more, because it's not a shot at anyone. It's just literally you will feel better as a person. Your soul, your energy, everything will thank you for going outside. I promise you.
Hey, my mindfulness whilst I be taking be a breeze,
bro. I'm telling you,
you gotta love them.
You got to.
Yeah, you can. I remember those days. Yes, you can go outside, but you gotta come home when the street lights come on.
Pretty much.
Hey, man. Except those days in the summer though, when you have your family, your cousins be over, and it wasn't no street light rule. As long as you just stay on the street. You can still be outside as long as you stay on the same street, and then you still be gold to be outside, shoot, 10, 11 o'clock, because your people still be on the porch. Like, hey, man, we just kicking it. We just be happy as heck to be out like 10, 11 o'clock at night and just be like, man.
Telling you, boy, ain't nothing wrong with being inside, but you got to have a balance, bro. You got to have a balance. You can't just be all, like, you can't just be outside all day for real, but you can't be inside all day either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's a bigger problem though too. So You gotta remind the people.
Yeah, you gotta let the people know, man. People in the chat, they said they've been enjoying. Dominic says he's been enjoying X-Men '97. I keep hearing about that show. Jack DeVore says he's been enjoying Shogun, Dope, and How is Stellar Blade? I want it. Me personally, I like it. I'm like maybe an hour 30 into it, so yeah, I'm enjoying it.
And Marq, when you read it to the chat, Dominic Samuel gave you a good, quick summary about the whole Kendrick, Drake, Cole thing. Gave you the as they used to call it, the Cliff Notes.
Okay, I'm reading it right now.
It's been very entertaining because they're actually going back and forth.
But how John Morant get involved into it? I'm reading. It's like at the end, it's like John Morant's involved. Like how? What? Okay. All right.
There's like 5 or 6 tracks you gotta listen to.
Man, that's a lot. But I'm gonna probably check it out though.
Because Kendrick mentioned he got 3 switches.
Yeah. He took a shot at everybody.
Y'all can't see my face, but I made the stank face though. I ain't gonna lie.
And then J. Cole responded first, and then immediately after retracted his statement. My bad. Oh. Deleted it.
Oh, is that what y'all were talking about that day when y'all like, bro, why you do that, Cole?
Yeah, J. Cole. Yeah, J. Cole. He lost a lot of cool points behind that.
You know what though, bro? I tell you this, man. People say he lost cool points. Well, I say people. Literally, I'm just talking about you because I don't know anything about this.
Okay, but Marq, if you're gonna go where I think you're about to go, understand this, Marq, that J. Cole was the one that was throwing shots and asking for smoke, and he gets it. He apologized.
Hey, bro, I'm someone who believes in being the bigger man, bro. It may not be fun for the viewers and the people. But sometimes, bro, apologizing, bro, that's to me, sometimes, bro, that's you being the bigger person, bro. Like I said, it may be lame to people, but
he was asking for it.
I know, but sometimes
not like he's like wearing something, but he was literally saying, "Y'all come for me," and then they're like, "All right, we're here." It's like I didn't mean it.
No, I know, but I'm saying like sometimes, like, imagine, bro, like okay,
imagine going to somebody's house. And then you ask him for a fight, and then the dude actually comes outside for the fight, and then you're like, man, what are we doing? We brothers, but I don't want to fight. Like, why'd you come here then?
We're supposed to be brothers.
No, like I get what y'all are saying, bro, but y'all know the right stuff. Always, once again, we going back to the thing of like how I feel like the right stuff is always the things that make people get clowned on and laughed at, and then you go out there and do something stupid. Now they like, oh, like you shouldn't have did that, blah, blah, blah. So it's like you can't win for nothing, bro. You gotta do what's right for you. So
true.
Once again, I don't know the entire situation. I know what y'all telling me, but I'm just saying from a perspective, like you could do something and ask for something and still apologize because you like, hey man, maybe I'm not the man I was 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? My fault, G. You know what I'm saying? Black power, baby. But
hey,
for real though.
Hey,
no, for real though, bro. Like you
after
like
the
you
track,
ain't did nothing in life. And then
after
you like,
the track,
oh, man, I should have did that.
After the track, Kendrick dropped today. It didn't matter. Cole still got some shots. It didn't matter. He tried to bow out, think he had some grace. Kendrick said, "F that." Still went after him.
See, I know what y'all are saying. I see people in the chat too. They saying like it's just hip hop. But hey, man, look, maybe the people that they running with, it ain't just hip hop to them, bro. You never know. You just never know, bro.
I'm saying Kendrick on that joint, he was on Demon Time, bro. Anybody could get it. Even Pharrell caught a string. I'm like, what Pharrell do?
Like, come on, bro. We know Mr. Happy Days ain't gonna shoot it, but it's the people around them that you just never know.
Pharrell won't. But shoot, if Pusha goes at Kendrick, oh my, let's go.
Well, all I'll say is Marq is the Kendrick response was named Euphoria, and I think you and I both know Drake's connection to that show.
You said who? You said, oh, huh?
And it's a very just really quickly, my take on the Kendrick thing on the response. I think it was a warning shot. I think if you really break it down, he's really telling Drake, like, listen, I'm trying to spare you. Like, I'm gonna try to keep it hip hop and be on some I'm better than you. But if you want to take it there, we can take it there. Okay, you do not want to get personal. Because again, with the title of the song, with the implication of the title of the song, when it comes to Drake, and young girls, like Kendrick's warning, I'm like, dude, you do not want to go there with me.
Yeah, honestly, I think in this situation, just a bunch of children, though. That's just me, though. Like, once again,
it's
bro.
It's hip hop. It's hip hop. It's hip hop.
No, y'all gotta stop making excuses. It's hip hop, bro.
It's not an excuse.
No,
What do you mean
it is though. It is though,
This
bro.
is their
All
job.
No, it's not. To be dissing each other, bro, it's not. That's childish, bro.
What do you mean?
All of that
that's
is
how
childish.
it was built.
Don't matter. Y'all need to learn and grow from that, bro. That's so childish. Y'all like
Dude drinking a Kumbaya J. Cole Kool-Aid, bro.
I'm not. I'm saying
Marq is the J. Cole of the panel.
No, man, bro, that's childish, bro. Like, quite honestly, now y'all being tribalistic now, bro. Because here y'all go trying to gang up on them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Like again, we're all hip hop fans. Okay.
Well, so
no, what I'm telling y'all though, bro, is like I don't see this in no other genre, bro. They keep it behind closed doors, bro. But then when they go out to the public like you do in hip hop, everybody clowning each other. Now somebody feel like their feelings hurt because everybody on social media saying something. Maybe somebody in their entourage feeling some type of way, and then somebody get hurt. And then guess what's gonna happen? We gonna be up here making a video. Y'all gonna be like, damn, man, R.I.P., bro. Wish that would have never happened. Why they acting like coons?
Marq, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, they're anime fans. They're nerds at heart. Nobody is gonna get hurt. Okay, everybody relax when it comes to that. Okay.
No, you still missing the point, bro. I'm not saying they gonna do it. You still missing the point of they entourage. You don't know who in they entourage, bro. I already know people gonna hate what I'm saying and people gonna think I'm a clown, but y'all don't know me for real. But I'm speaking from what I've seen, bro. Like I know how this stuff get. Y'all know how this stuff used to get back in the day.
Look,
it all
Marq.
start with a little jab, bro. And somebody get hurt, bro.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Okay, but this has been what hip hop has been since in
the infancy of it.
Okay, like that's how, bro. Like you saying shout as well. Did you know that battle rapping, not even battle rapping, but breakdance, that was something that was created to stop gang violence back in the day? Like it's always what it all is. It said, "I'm a better rapper than you." That's what it is. That's all it is, and that's all it has been. Kendrick saying, "I'm a better rapper than you," and then Kendrick and Drake's saying, "No, I'm better than you." That's all this is. Like when people bring up the whole violence shit, it's like
I don't know about that.
They just ain't talking about better rapper. Listen, James. I ain't even heard the songs, but I know for a fact it's not just I'm a better rapper than you, lyrical, miracle, spiritual, individual. They probably taking shots at folks' kids and the wife and all type of stuff, bro. Like you can't be doing that.
He said he was a bad dad. He said, "I hate everything about you."
That's what I'm saying.
And what you represent.
He said, "I hate the way you speak. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way your hair looks. I hate the fact you're from Canada."
See, unfortunately, bro, we live in this era where if you Cairo, you looked at like a loser, bro. But I'm speaking from once again, bro. I'm speaking from a fact. I done been around this kind of stuff, bro. Like for real, and I know how it can get. So I'm telling y'all from a perspective of someone who's seen it and know people. I've lost people to stuff like that. I'm not trying to see that. in music, because like I said, it's fun now for the people who ain't involved. But the moment somebody get hurt, just because you think J. Cole and them ain't no shooter, you play with people's family, you play with people's livelihood and their money and stuff, bro. People will do stuff. There's people you say, oh, they just the anime fan, they just this and that. You don't know how people get. You don't know who in they camp. It may not even be J. Cole and them shooting, bro, or doing something like that. It could be somebody in their camp. All it takes, I'm telling you, all it takes, bro, is for somebody to go on stage, one of their entourage members, because y'all think $1 million rappers don't keep shooters around them. Are you dumb? All it takes is for one of them to go out there, punch somebody, and say something disrespectful. Now you got a whole issue. So y'all can sit there in the chat and clown me or whatever, but I'm telling you this how this stuff go, bro. Because I see it with some of my own homies right now, bro. So I'm telling you, like, it's childish. And because this the way hip hop is, maybe there's something fundamentally wrong with hip hop then, if you feel that's the way it's always got to be. Because it's not even about who's the best. They just clearly doing this to engagement farm and keep going further and further, because it don't stop. It just go further and further and further and further till something happens.
Until the fans, until the beef gets old and everybody moves on.
You never know though, bro. You never know. You never know.
Well, Mark,
from stuff, bro, it's crazy.
Well, Mark, let me ask you this question: how you feel about R&B singers engaging in rap beefs?
I think all of it's stupid, bro. Y'all 40, 50. What are we doing?
Oh, I'm just saying, like you do, like, because in the midst of all this, Chris Brown and Quavo's been beefing.
I've seen that too, though, and I don't like that either.
But they beef is stupid, though. It's all over. Same female, they both smashed, and she smashed everybody. This is all stupid.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't worry about Kendrick then, because probably Quavo or Chris Brown gonna smoke each other, bro. You know, people don't think right when it's involving the girl.
You hear Chris Brown's like first line in the song. He said, "I bleed red." That was the first thing he said. I'm like, okay.
Man, I already talking about your blood. Yeah, see.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this whole Drake and the versus the industry thing. Some say it really all started because everybody mad that Drake's was smashing the chicks.
I mean, hey man, you never know what's going on, bro. You really don't. But the same people who laughing and clowning me right now, bro, because I see it in the chat a little bit. Just a little bit, not much, just a little bit. I think they trolling though. But I don't want to see y'all, bro, talking about some RIP whoever when something do happen. Because just because it don't happen to Kendrick or J. Cole or Drake directly, one of they people could go attack the other people, bro. It always happened like that. Like I remember back when the Chicago drill scene was going on, right? When Chief Keef and all them was like in their infancy and they was blowing up. Chief Keef and them 1-to-1 get hit, bro. It was all they homies getting hit behind there. You never heard about those people. So like while everyone else entertained by the beef, what's going on is real people dying behind that, bro. So always remember, what's entertaining to you might not be entertaining to someone else. That's why I don't go that route, bro.
But here's the thing, though, they had all that stuff in common that you mentioned with Chris Brown, Quavo, Chief Keef, the whole drill scene. You can even go back to the Tupac aspect of it, or any of the people that lost their lives. There was always street elements to it. With Drake and Kendrick, this is just personal, but there's no street element or gang ties that's affiliated with this whole beef in this infancy of it, whatever. And I know what you can say is like, we don't know this, we don't know. But from the origins of it, from where it first started a decade ago, even going back to the Control song, from then and now, there was no like real street element to why they didn't agree or they didn't rock with each other like that. It was just stuff how they felt about each other personally through music and then how they was moving. There was no real street element. That's what's that building bridge to where it could get from like stuff that was on wax and for people getting hurt. Because always been a street or gang element. With these two, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's like a whole different stratosphere of a difference between how you're viewing things and how I'm viewing things, or like how James may view things, because it's a different element. Even if you incorporate J. Cole with it, J. Cole's not a street dude.
I know. I'm not. Look, I'm not. We obviously are gonna agree to disagree on this topic here. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I just always tell people to look at the other perspective, because the perspective I think everyone looks at is the the easy way. It's just I'm not gonna think about the repercussions, because you know a lot of people always tell me, hey bro, you kind of a negative Nancy sometimes. I'm like, what is the truth about life though? Sometimes, bro, like everything ain't always cut and dry, and it can be entertaining, but you also have to remember there's always repercussions behind a lot of different things. And I think this goes back to what I wanted to say too. If you ain't noticed, we actually just having a discussion about stuff. We not like, but you're an idiot for not thinking this way, but Mark, you're so stupid. Like, no, it's just just a discussion about it. Like, but I've seen the entertainment side of things,
and
bro.
even you called us tribalist, but we still had a good discussion about it. We heard each other out.
Not the tribalist.
That's what
you did call us that, bro. You did call us that.
You're a hip hop tribalist.
No, bro. I said that as a joke. Clearly, if you couldn't tell. I think I'm one of the only people on here. Like, real quick, James. The reason I think like that is because I'm one of the only people I feel like on here that have like known people who like knew people in like the industry per se that were, you know, involved with stuff or got hurt or God forbid got killed behind some things, but no one else saw it on the surface. It was all just fun and games, right? And even if it wasn't like popular people, it was like people in the area of like the greater Atlanta area of like it's entertainment, as like these people ain't about their life at all, right? Like they just rapping, they just talking, but they ain't really about their life. But the people around them or someone who knew them, like, hey man, you can't be taking that disrespect, because everybody in J. Cole camp or everybody in Kendrick camp or Drake camp ain't gonna think like Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. That's all I say, you know? And I hope it never leads to that. I hope it's just fun banter. But you got to be careful when you bringing up people's kids and their family and all type of stuff, bro, because that's just something you don't play about as a grown man, dog. It's just something you don't play about. You got to stand on something, and you don't play with people's family. So,
I mean, Kendrick did say, bro, I hate your face. I hate your voice. I hate the way you sing. Well, I actually like the way you sing. I hate the way you rap. I hate the way you say the N-word. And then even at the end of the song, he was so petty. He said, like, let this be the last time you use the word, you know, and he said it so serious. He said it twice. Again, let this be the last time you use the word, like.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I'm like, yo, I was wondering. That's why Kendrick took his time. If that's Kendrick taking his time making a song like that, like, hey, it was worth it. And let me respond real quick to what James' theory was. Wait, said this was a warning shot. If it is, cool, but at the same time, I hope not. Only because you can't fish for somebody to respond to you for a decade, and then you finally get it, and then you only send a warning shot like, hey, be careful because I'm gonna have some heat for you. Nah, bro. Forget that, because you can't say it's like a warning shot and you've been having one to smoke for this dude for a long time and ain't directly respond back. Hey, he took the bait. You go after him, one shot, one kill.
Well, the reason why I say that, the reason why I say it's a warning shot, because
wait, no. Oh no, bro. I'm sorry, this ain't even about rap no more, bro. But I think I just found something that just man.
What, you turned into NXT?
Chat, put an F in the chat for my boy Reggie, bro. Put an F in the chat for my boy Reggie, bro. My boy did not make it out the mud. Put an F in the chat for my boy.
Oh, they got him.
They got him, bro. They got him. F in the chat for Reggie.
But in that verse, he did allude like pulling the Drake though. Kendrick might go back to back. He kind of alluded to that verse. He might go back to back.
But the reason why I say, but the reason why I say it's a warning shot, because legend, what rumor is, what the legend has been is that Kendrick has had a track for Drake for about 4 or 5 years now, which apparently is like is a nuclear bomb. pretty much. And Drake has been talking, saying that he's waiting on him. And then I think what Kendrick's doing, like he responded, he's just waiting for Drake's response, and then Kendrick's gonna drop. I think it's a chess move because there's no way that was the track that Kendrick has been sitting on for like 4 or 5 years. There's no way.
Hey, before y'all continue this debate, I gotta ask James a question real quick. I'm sorry, James. Do you have the power to end the stream if I leave? Because I'm like late to my flight. Actually, I should have been going.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'll leave, but I have to get going. So I'll talk to y'all later. But appreciate y'all for stopping by, though, y'all.
Yeah, for sure, man. You be well. Enjoy your flight.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I just don't think that was. I don't think that was it. I think that was just a little. It was a rope-a-dope thing where get you with a jab, and then you draw you out. Because Kendrick, if you really break down that whole track, it's like he could have went further on the things that he was implying on that. Again, with the title of the song alone is a big implication, and he didn't go further with that. There's a lot of things that really could have went deeper on, but he didn't. He even says on the song, like, bro, I'm trying to spare you. Like, I'm trying to spare you here.
Do you think Drake responds?
I think Drake had no choice but to respond. I think he has no choice. Because he talked about, I got the next one, I'm going to reveal the real coward in you. Now everybody's like, well, what is it?
Well, then.
But as far as what I've been enjoying this past week, of course, this whole situation with Drake and Kendrick has been very entertaining. Again, shout out to the Nuggets getting the job done, getting LeBron out of here. Hopefully, he'll announce his retirement within the next 2 full months. Hopefully,
about to say because he's still going to the Olympics.
Right. And I saw Simeon in the comment section. I over the weekend I finally had my long-awaited street fight Saturday night. It's over at the Primetime James Thomas Wrestling channel. Quez, Arlo, have any guys had a chance to see it yet?
Pain.
What's that?
Pain.
Oh.
Salute the both.
Arlo, say something? Oh, your mic is on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What you gonna say, Quez?
No, I was saying salute to both of y'all, man. Y'all put on a good matchup. It was like OG Origins street fight, man. Like I got those kind of vibes from it.
Well, cool. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Of like a feud blowing over, like two guys beating the snot out of each other.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. If you haven't, go check it out. Match had everything. Had almost every weapon was used damn near. Belts, garbage cans, doors, ladders, everything. And from what I heard, everybody sees it really enjoyed the match. Really, really proud of the work that we put into it. And yes, and we showed that it is possible to have a weapons match with psychology and storytelling. It's possible, y'all. But thank you. I really appreciate that, Quez. But go check it out if you haven't. It's again on Primetime James Thomas wrestling channel.
Support.
Yes indeed. Now that story has concluded, and Arlo and Quez, I already told you the idea where I want to go next, and I think this the direction I'm going to go is going to be very entertaining for sure. But so yeah, I've been doing that, having a blast with that. That's really been it. What about you? What about you, Arlo? What about the things that you've been into in the past week?
I guess right quick, this has been a long video, but I mean, obviously the NBA playoffs, like that's been like a lot of really, really good games. Finally, LeBron's out, but I'm really looking forward to see Nuggets versus the Timberwolves. So I'm just really looking forward to that in the finals. So it's pretty much
That's a Western Conference Finals matchup right there.
I'm telling you, man. Especially these new, young, hungry teams, man. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Oh, speaking of young and hungry, hey, probably the best draft the Chicago Bears ever had. Hey, when it comes to Caleb Williams, hey, as long as he comes in and does work for my Bears, hey, Caleb, do whatever you want, bro. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter.
MD made a good point in the VC the other day. Like, yo, Caleb wins under 9 games, bro. He's a bust. Y'all are literally stacked on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Like like I'll give Ryan Poles and then I'll give him credit. Like he put Caleb in I mean, I'm sure Justin Fields is just he's so angry right now, but he set up a situation where Caleb cannot be like it's the perfect situation for a one drafter to go into. The perfect situation. But all comes down to execution, all comes down to what the product is on the field. So I'm definitely looking forward to this Bears season. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. So thank y'all for hanging out with us for this podcast. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And hopefully you've enjoyed all the other content on this channel. And we appreciate the love and support from everybody, from all the subscribers, the donators, everybody. And we'll see y'all Saturday for Backlash France. And hopefully it's a good show. And hopefully this is a strong start leading into the summer, which should be a very interesting time for wrestling. So we are out. Have a good night. Peace.